throw. Just making sure the system's working. Welcome to the Spencer Tigers Field House. A few reminders before we get started. Reminder to fans, there's no sitting on the first row of the bleachers for the safety of our players and officials. Spencer Page Schools believe in positive sportsmanship and behavior at tonight's contest. Please encourage the athletes and coaches to use positive comments and acts, as well as our officials. What we do and say during the contest reflects your team, school, and community. Tonight we'll start with the South Central Calhoun Titans and their starters, so please give them a warm welcome to the field house. First off, starting for the Titans, number 4, Riley Bailey. Next up, number 5, Sayer Steve Stein. Number 11.
We are set to go for the Spencer Tigers and the South Central Calhoun Titans, and we start things off with the starting lineups. The visitors, the Titans, 13-5 on the season. And in the starting lineup, 5'11" sophomore, number 4, Riley Bada. 5'7" junior, number 5, Sayer Stieg. 5'4" sophomore, number 11, Kylie Sliceman. 5'7" senior, number 12, Brielle Korleski. And 5'6" junior, number 22, Emma Anderson. And now for the home team, your Spencer Tigers, 11-7 on the season. In the starting lineup, 5'3" sophomore, number 1, Jada Piercy. 5'4" junior, number 10, Lexi Johnson. 5'7" junior, number 15, Allison Piercy. 5'10" senior, number 23, Peyton Cooper. And 5'7" senior, number 25, Olivia Ermiter. We pause now for the national anthem here on KICD Radio.
Since 1906, Consumers Lumber Company.
We have several convenient ways to pay your bill with Spencer Municipal Utilities. Sign up for our bank payment plan and have the amount due taken out automatically on the due date. Put your payment in the mail. Use the drop box in front of our office. Make a payment online through our website or mobile app. Utility customers can make a payment by phone. Our payment window is also open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. As a reminder, until we have our billing systems completely integrated, we aren't able to take your communication payment by phone. If you have questions on what might be best for you, or if you need assistance setting up a different payment method, feel free to give our customer service a call at 580-5800.
Spencer Municipal Utilities. We keep you connected to your world.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
We are ready for tip-off between the Spencer Tigers and the South Central Calhoun Titans. Spencer 11-7 overall. South Central Calhoun is 13-5. The Tigers on the floor with the starting 5. Jada Piercy, Lexi Johnson, Allison Piercy, Peyton Cooper, and Olivia Ermiter. Spencer off of a loss last evening by 15 points at Cherokee. The last time out for South Central Calhoun, a 17-point win over Manson Northwest Webster. The ball is knocked into the backcourt at the tip, and Jada Piercy controls it for Spencer. She passes it across the timeline to Olivia Ermiter, and the Tigers in the half-court offense being guarded by the man-to-man defense of South Central Calhoun. Lexi Johnson fakes the three down the lane, tries the runner off glass. It's good, and a nice start for the Spencer Tigers on the runner to the basket from Lexi Johnson. South Central Calhoun out of the Twin Lakes Conference looking in the post right away, and the Tigers deny it as Riley Bada could not make the catch. The 5'11" sophomore, the Tigers get the steal. Now Lexi Johnson for three, and it's good. Great start for Lexi Johnson, knocking down her first 2 shots of the night, or I should say the afternoon, as the Tigers get off to the 5-0 lead. South Central Calhoun, the nice wraparound pass in the lane to set up Sayer Stieg, and Stieg lays it in from the left side for the first basket for the Titans. Now some full court pressure from South Central Calhoun in the road purple uniforms with the white letters and numbers. Lexi Johnson, corner three up and good. Lexi Johnson hits her first 3 shots and the heat check goes. It is 8-2 Spencer Tigers as Lexi Johnson knocks down her first 2 threes. Emma Anderson gets into the lane for South Central Calhoun, looks inside for Bada again, and the Tigers knock the ball away on the entry pass. Now Spencer gets out and runs. Allison Piercy all the way to the rim, lays it up, but no good from the right side. Rebounded by South Central Calhoun's Kylie Sliceman. Sliceman tries a tough shot on the move down the right side of the lane and was bumped into from behind by a Spencer Tiger defender, and will go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. So as expected, a fast pace to start the game. Spencer Tigers have taken an 8-2 lead. And now it's Kylie Sliceman, the 5'4" sophomore, at the line for the first free throw from either team, and the shot goes off the left side, no good. Sliceman, the second leading scorer for the South Central Calhoun Titans, makes the second free throw as she knocks down 1 of 2. And now the Spencer Tigers with the basketball against the full court pressure once again. Tigers get it across the timeline to Olivia Ermiter. Now Ermiter slows things down in the front court. She passes to Allison Piercy on the right side of the three-point arc, to Lexi Johnson on the left side, guarded by Sliceman. Now Jada Piercy gets a ball screen from Peyton Cooper to Lexi Johnson, fakes the 3. Comes to a jump stop at the right elbow, back to Allison Piercy for 3, and it's good! Allison Piercy makes the deep three-pointer from way up top, and it's 11-3 Spencer here in just 2 minutes and 10 seconds of the opening quarter. Baseline drive for Anderson. Got too far underneath, hit the underside of the net. No good on the shot, but an offensive rebound for the Titans. In the lane now, Bada, a tough leaning shot, no good. And as Allison Piercy gets the rebound, she is fouled. And a great start continues for the Spencer Tigers. 11-3 Spencer, 5:34 left to play in the first quarter. Tigers inbound the basketball. Allison Piercy to Olivia Ermiter. Now Jada Piercy across to Olivia Ermiter again. Into the corner, short corner for Peyton Cooper's jumper, no good. Jada Piercy flies in to get the offensive rebound. And the Tigers will reset things on offense. Allison Piercy to the right elbow. Stopped defensively by Brielle Korleski. And now Jada Piercy's 3 is good from the left side. And the Spencer Tigers red hot to start, 4 of 4 from 3. And Spencer leads it 14-3 as the Titans throw it away in the backcourt. Unable to get around the Tiger pressure. And a slow start for South Central Calhoun is compounded by the Spencer Tigers' lights-out shooting here in the early going. Spencer leads 14-3. Allison Piercy spins down the lane, goes up strong, and is fouled. And the Tigers are headed to the free throw line for 2 shots. Allison Piercy will step up to the line. Head coach Brady Dix for South Central Calhoun asked the referee closest to him for an explanation, and we'll have a quick conversation. Piercy's free throw is good on the first. Allison already with 4 points. Lexi Johnson has 8. And Jada Piercy with a made 3 as well. Tigers will make the double switch. Haley Behrens and also Mo McDermott coming into the game for Peyton Cooper and Olivia Ermiter. Second free throw for Allison, rattles out, no good. Rebound to South Central Calhoun. Kaylee Sliceman over the top to the left side of the three-point arc. Korleski will try the 3, and it's good. Brielle Korleski makes the first 3 for South Central Calhoun in the Titans' first three-point attempt. And now the Tigers run the floor. Haley Barron's got a decent look. Couldn't make the layup. Back out on the offensive rebound to Mo McDermott, and her 3 goes. Spencer 5 for 5 to start from behind the arc. And the Tigers continue to pour it on, 18-6 Spencer. Now Jada Piercy goes for the steal at midcourt, gets it. She will lay it in at the other end. And a timeout needed by Coach Dix as the Spencer Tigers have come roaring out of the gates. Lead 20-6 here in the first quarter, 4:14 left to play in the first on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD. 4:14 left to play in the first quarter. It is South Central Calhoun inbounding the basketball against the three-quarter court pressure of Spencer. Spencer leads it 20-6. The Tigers 5 of 5 from beyond the arc to start the game. Looking in the lane once again, the Titans nearly throw it away, but Spencer knocks the ball out of bounds. Addison Korleski has come into the game. She was the intended target for that pass in the lane. Now she will step out and make the catch near the perimeter on the inbounds pass. Riley Bada makes a tough catch inside, kicks it out to Anderson for three, and Emma Anderson's three comes up short. Allison Piercy gets the rebound, and the Tigers get out and run the floor. Allison down the left side of the lane, lays it in as the Tigers continue to get out and run in transition, along with knocking down long-range shots. Spencer is absolutely starting this game about perfectly. 22-6 Tigers. 3 up, no good for Sliceman. Spencer's rebound, Allison Piercy. Tigers run the floor again. Haley Behrens makes the catch to save it from going over the end line. Back to Allison Piercy for three, and it's good. The Spencer Tigers cannot miss right now from three-point range. 6 of 6 from deep, and it's 25-6 Spencer Tigers. Addison Korleski in the front court. Picks up her dribble against a Tiger double team. Kicks it back out to Emma Anderson. Now over to Kylie Sliceman. Sliceman into the lane, tried the Euro step but traveled. And it's the fourth turnover for South Central Calhoun as the Titans have gotten out of sorts a little bit against the Tiger pressure, and I think sped up their own offense a little bit more than they would like. Tigers in the corner, Mo McDermott. Back to Allison Piercy, 25-6, Spencer leads. Nearly a steal on the perimeter by Addison Korleski, but the ball goes out of bounds and it will remain Spencer Tiger basketball. The Tigers already with a 25-point quarter. Mo McDermott in the corner with it for Spencer. Mo gets to the free throw line, passes out to Allison. Now Jada, corner three on the way. No good, first Tiger miss from three, but an offensive rebound won't go. Maddie Maroney follows it up. That rebound put back won't fall. And the Tigers go over the back trying to get a third offensive rebound. So a foul called against Spencer's Maddie Maroney. That miss from three, the first of the game for the Tigers. Spencer now only 6 of 7 from three-point range. Kylie Sliceman across midcourt has the basketball. Stuck in a double team, tried to make the pass, and it bounced off of a Spencer Tiger leg and goes out of bounds. Allison Piercy comes out of the game for the Tigers. Lexi Johnson back in. Kylie Sliceman gets the ball in at midcourt to Sally Musselman, the 5'5" senior. Musselman guarded by Mo McDermott. Gets to the left elbow. Back out to Riley Bada. Now Kylie Sliceman on the right wing. Top of the three-point line for Addison Korleski. Starts to drive, passes to Emma Anderson in the corner. Now a straightaway three-point attempt, good for Sally Musselman. And the Titans knock down their second three-point effort of the game. 25-9, Spencer in front. Haley Behrens to Maddie Maroney in the corner. She drives baseline, kicks it out to Lexi Johnson. Lexi, couple of jab steps, over the top to Mo McDermott. Mo back behind to Haley Behrens. Haley into the short corner, picks up her dribble, and a push foul called against South Central Calhoun. Someone that couldn't quite slow down bumped into Haley Behrens. And the foul is called on Addison Korleski. 3 new players into the game for South Central Calhoun. Sophie McKinney, Ashley Hanks, and also Sayer Stieg back into the game. Lexi Johnson for 3 from the left side. No good short. And Mo McDermott called for the foul, I believe, in going for the rebound. Yes, the foul will be on Mo. That's going to be her first personal. Just the Spencer Tigers' second miss from three-point range in this first quarter. Tigers lead 25-9. Spencer sets up the three-quarter court pressure. Emma Anderson on the dribble in the backcourt makes the pass to the halfway line, and Sophie McKinney. McKinney dribbles into the front court and is double teamed. Makes the pass to Ashley Hanks. It's through her hands and goes into the student section of the Spencer Tigers. And the Tigers will have the basketball on the inbounds pass. 1:08 left to play first quarter. Spencer leads 25-9. Lexi Johnson in the corner for Spencer. Passes up top to Jada Piercy. Into the opposite corner for Allison. Her three, good. Allison left wide open in the corner. She buries the three and has 12 first quarter points. South Central Calhoun goes over the top, way too long on the pass, and it goes out of bounds. Sixth turnover for the Titans. South Central Calhoun team that is 13-5 on the season. It's had a very good year, but they've been blitzed here in the early going by the Spencer Tigers, as the Tigers return the favor with a throwaway on the Spencer offensive end. Gives the ball back to South Central Calhoun with 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Spencer leading 28-9. Kylie Sliceman in the backcourt. Spencer continues to hang around the halfway line, trying to set up the double team in the front court. Kick pass from Peyton Cooper. She got a pass or a foot in the passing lane. Now South Central Calhoun inbounds it right into the backcourt. The Tigers an easy steal. Lexi Johnson goes the other way and lays it in. The giveaway there by South Central Calhoun, and the Tigers have two players in double figures in the first quarter. Lexi Johnson now with 10. Allison Piercy has 12. South Central Calhoun with a turnover in the front court, getting near the sideline. 7 turnovers for South Central Calhoun, giving the ball back to Spencer with 17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Tigers with the ball. Allison Piercy holds on to it. Now Jada Piercy to Olivia Ermiter. Back to Allison on the right wing. Jada left side for three. Good. Jada Piercy knocks down the three-pointer, and the Tigers have themselves a first quarter. 33-9. Spencer in front after one. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. After a long day at work using our internet service for your business needs, we know you expect the same service at home. When everyone gets home and is using their devices while waiting for dinner, or online while winding down at the end of the day. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
Start of the second quarter from the Fieldhouse in Spencer, where the Spencer Tigers lead the South Central Calhoun Titans 33-9. Spencer scoring 33 points on 12 of 19 shooting, 8 of 10 from three-point range in the first quarter alone. Spencer with an outstanding first quarter, also for 7 South Central Calhoun Titans turnovers. Three-pointer on the way, no good from the corner for Sayer Stieg. Loose ball on the ground near midcourt now as it bounces all the way out. And then Lexi Johnson gets into a tussle for the basketball with Sayer Stieg, and it will be a jump ball. And the bad news for the Titans, that will be Spencer basketball. The Tigers ready to go here. What did Coach Stevenson say in the pregame show? He said, you know, Saturdays, you kind of have to create your own energy on Saturday games because it's a different schedule. You don't always know what your team's going to look like. Well, the Tigers have been ready. Here's Olivia Ermiter for three. No good long. Rebounded by South Central Calhoun. The Titans try to get out and run before the Tigers can set up the defense, but Spencer gets back. Sayer Stieg on the right wing. Up top to Brielle Korleski. Back to Stieg. She dribbles it to the top of the three-point line. Finds Kylie Sliceman. Sliceman pulls it out near midcourt. Sliceman picks up her dribble inside the three-point line, needs some help. Back to Bada. Riley Bada's three-pointer is too strong, and it takes a big bounce off the rim, hits the basket support up above, and that is out of bounds, and it will be Spencer Tiger basketball. Allison Piercy inbounds it to Jada Piercy. Olivia Ermiter now in the front court for Spencer. To Jada Piercy, over the top to Allison. Now back to Jada again. Into the corner for Olivia Ermiter. Allison Piercy makes a cut off the ball to get open. To Lexi Johnson. She's down the lane, tries the runner off glass. No good around the rim. And the rebound to Kylie Sliceman. Sliceman brings it into the front court, sets up Bada inside. She's fouled and will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Riley Bada got too far underneath the basket that time, but as she leaned back to try to get the shot up to the rim, Spencer Tigers collided with her and send Riley Bada to the free throw line. First foul shot is around the rim and in. Riley Bada, the leading scorer for South Central Calhoun at 16 points per game, a 67% free throw shooter on the season. Second foul shot on the way and good for Bada. Her first 2 points of the game, and it's 33-11, Spencer Tigers. Jada Piercy to Allison Piercy, into the corner for Lexi Johnson. Fakes the three, drives baseline, sets up Peyton Cooper in the lane, and Peyton is run into a blocking foul called on the Titans. Foul will be on Emma Anderson, her first personal. Tigers to inbound the basketball on the baseline. Get it into Allison, and she lays it in from the left side. Great bounce pass from her younger sister, Jada. And then Allison quickly getting the ball up to the rim and laying it in. Running the floor and laying it up at the other end is South Central Calhoun's Sayer Stieg. And Stieg with the left-handed layup gets the bucket for the Titans. Now the Tigers turn it over. Allison Piercy couldn't complete the pass. There's Kylie Sliceman penetrating into the lane. Her runner off the right side, no good. Rebounded by Jada Piercy. And Coach Stevenson of Spencer will take a timeout with the Tigers in front. 35-13, 5:43 left to play in the first half on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
What a different world we would live in if we could predict the future. Then we'd be able to see our mistakes before we allowed them to happen. All generations have weathered through one unfortunate choice or another. Some appalling, others thoroughly humbling. Today, we have an obligation to not repeat the blunders of our past. We can't wait for something wrong to happen before we do the right thing. There's too much at stake to just look the other way. Don't text and drive.
.543 left to play in the second quarter. The Spencer Tigers to inbound the basketball with Allison Piercy passing it in to Jada Piercy. Jada gets to almost midcourt, back to Allison, now up ahead to Lexi Johnson. Lexi into the post for Peyton Cooper, goes up strong. Shot partially blocked, no good. And now the Tigers need to get back. Spencer does so, and a travel called against South Central Calhoun as Riley Bada tried to turn the corner and go baseline. A turnover that gives it back to Spencer. Allison Piercy inbounds it to Mo McDermott in the backcourt. Some three-quarter court pressure now from South Central Calhoun. Mo all the way down the lane, lays it up, but no good. Offensive rebound, Haley Behrens. Her putback won't go. And the Tigers come up empty after 2 good looks at it at the offensive end. Emma Anderson into the corner, loses the basketball for South Central Calhoun, and that's now 9 turnovers in the first half for the Titans. Spencer will get the ball back. Maddie Maroney, Haley Behrens, Mo McDermott, Jada Piercy, and Allison Piercy. The 5 on the floor for Spencer. Tough pass from Jada, but finds Allison. Up ahead to Haley Behrens. Tough leaner. Gets it to go from the right side. South Central Calhoun quickly inbounds over the top. Emma Anderson down the lane. Her runner won't fall. Spencer the rebound through Allison Piercy. Now Allison pushes it ahead, goes coast to coast, and lays it in. Too easy for Allison Piercy, who has 16 here in the first half. And Spencer now leads 39-13. South Central Calhoun across the timeline. 4:30 left to play in the second quarter. Sayer Stieg into the corner for Addison Korleski. And a travel called on the Titans. That will be turnover number 10 for South Central Calhoun. Spencer gets it across the timeline to Mo McDermott. Now Allison Piercy into the lane. Euro step, lays it up with the left hand, and it rolls off the right side of the iron. Great move by Allison, but couldn't get the lay-in to go. Just her third miss of the game, as Allison has started off 6 of 9 from the floor. 3 on the way for Emma Anderson, rims out. Now back in. Emma Anderson gets the friendly roll, and it's the third made 3 of the first half for South Central Calhoun. 39-16 Spencer. Mo McDermott down the lane. The leaning runner, good, as Spencer continues to get layups and threes. Pretty good formula for the Tigers. And South Central Calhoun, the long pass over the top, too long, ends up over the end line, and it's turnover number 11 for the Titans. Matea Lowe has come into the game for Spencer, joining Peyton Cooper, Maddie Maroney, Haley Behrens, and Mo McDermott. Spencer with a big lineup on the floor. 3 forwards out there for the Tigers. And really, you could call Maddie Maroney kind of a combo guard forward, so really a big lineup out there for Spencer in terms of height. Mo McDermott down the left side of the lane, lays it up with the left hand. That was a pretty finish from Mo, who now has 7 here in the first half. 43-16 Tigers. 3:17 left to play in the first half. Riley Bada makes the catch in the front court across to Addison Korleski. Uses a pass fake to get to the rim, but couldn't make the layup. Now the loose ball ends up in the hands of South Central Calhoun. 3 is up and no good from Sally Musselman. And the Titans get inside, and a foul called on Spencer. Titans will have a 2-shot free throw opportunity upcoming. Addison Korleski, the free throw shooter. She steps up to the nail at the free throw line. And her free throw is on the way and no good. Korleski, a 53% free throw shooter on the season. Dials in her second free throw and banks it in. 1 of 2 for Korleski, 43-17. Spencer leads. 2:56 left to go in the first half. Matea Lowe, the catch in the front court to Peyton Cooper. Lays it up from the right side, no good, gets her own rebound. Kicks it out to Mo McDermott. The pass was deflected, and the Titans take it away. I think Peyton Cooper might have gotten hit in the nose, but it looks like she's all right for the moment. Riley Bada inside, lays it up through the contact of Peyton Cooper. No whistle, and the basket counts. 43-19 Spencer. Some three-quarter court pressure, 1-2-2 zone pressure for the Titans. Tigers bring it across the left side with Mo McDermott. McDermott keeps her dribble alive, now picks it up to Haley Behrens. Matea Lowe fakes the 3. Couple of dribbles. Back to Haley Behrens. Behrens dribbles across the free throw lane, finds Maddie Maroney in the left corner. Maddie attacks the basket, lays it up, and she's fouled. Maddie Maroney, we've seen some impressive drives to the basket from Maddie in recent games. That continues here as she earns a trip to the free throw line and 2 shots. Maddie Maroney's free throw is up and good. First point of the game for the Spencer Tigers, Maddie Maroney, the 5'8" junior. Maroney's second free throw on the way and good. Maddie makes both. Spencer 45, South Central Calhoun 19. Spencer back defensively, but leaves an open corner shooter. The 3 no good for Musselman, but an offensive rebound and the lay-in goes for Riley Bada, who's getting some things going inside, now has 6 points. 45-21 Tigers. Mo McDermott into Peyton Cooper. Peyton lost the basketball on the dribble. South Central Calhoun comes up with the steal. And now Emma Anderson brings it up the middle of the floor with 1.5 minutes left to play, second quarter rather. 3 up and good for Addison Korleski. And the South Central Calhoun Titans making a little bit of a run, 45-24. Spencer Tigers in front with 1:18 left to play in the first half. Maddie Maroney down the left side of the lane, draws the contact and goes to the free throw line once again, as Maddie continues to be aggressive on her dribble drives this afternoon. Maddie Maroney steps to the free throw line. She just knocked down a pair of free throws a few moments ago, and she makes her third free throw here. 3 new players check in, with Cooper, McDermott, and Lowe going to the bench. Johnson, Piercy, and Piercy back into the game. Maroney's second free throw is good, and Maddie Maroney knocks down 4 free throws in a row here in the second quarter for her 4 points in the game, and it's 47-24 Spencer with 1:15 left to play in the second quarter. Riley Batta across the timeline to Ashley Hanks. Now a corner 3 for Emma Anderson, and it's good. Emma Anderson with 6 points on 2 made threes. Spencer's lead is 20, 47-27. Jada Piercy to Allison Piercy. Now Lexi Johnson on the left wing. 47 seconds left first half, and a carry called against Lexi Johnson as the Tigers have their 6th turnover of the game take place. South Central Calhoun on the dribble with Emma Anderson. Anderson all the way down the lane, lays it up, no good, but Riley Batta gets the offensive rebound. She kicks it out to Musselman. Now Sliceman down the lane, scoop layup won't go. Rebounded by Emma Anderson, and Riley Batta's putback won't go. So the Spencer Tigers able to keep South Central Calhoun off the board somehow on that trip. And as the Tigers get the rebound, they are fouled. And Spencer will now go to the line for a 1-and-1, as that's now the 7th team foul on South Central Calhoun. Titans had several chances at it, but could not get the basket to go. Allison Piercy at the line. The front end of the 1-and-1 rims out, no good. 21 seconds left to play. First half, Tigers lead 47-27. Missed layup from Sally Musselman in transition. Rebounded by Olivia Ermiter. 12 seconds left first half. Jada Piercy looks up at the clock. Passes to Lexi Johnson. 3 on the way, left side. Good! Lexi Johnson's third made 3 of the first half. South Central Calhoun will try the 3 at the buzzer, but it comes up short. And at the halftime break, the Spencer Tigers lead the South Central Calhoun Titans 50-27. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on News Radio 1025 and AM 1240 KICD.
I love you!
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. For residents of Spencer, that simple process is even easier with curbside recycling. Newspapers, junk mail, flattened cardboard, and plastic containers with a neck are only a couple of the items that can be recycled curbside. Give us a call, follow us on Facebook, or visit our website for a full list of approved items, recycling pickup dates, and extra information on how to help Spencer recycle right.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. Supporting local community events you attend throughout the year or sponsoring an event your child participates in. Improving infrastructure throughout the community of Spencer for current and future residents, while providing services you can count on to make Spencer shine. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's all good if you think you should check in. Yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
At the halftime break, the Spencer Tigers lead the South Central Calhoun Titans by a score of 50-27. Let's take a look at the first half stats for both teams, including the Spencer Tigers, who have a 50-point half, an absolutely outstanding first quarter, about the best start you could draw up for the Tigers in terms of the way things played out. And Spencer in that first half able to shoot 18 of 31 from the floor, 58%, 9 of 12 from three-point range for a 75% shooting percentage from deep. And then the Tigers at the free throw line go 5 of 7, 71%, and Spencer with 6 turnovers in the half. For the South Central Calhoun Titans, 9 of 24 shooting from the floor, 38%, 5 of 12 from three-point range, 42%. At the free throw line, 4 of 6 for the Titans, and 11 turnovers for South Central Calhoun. Spencer in the first quarter outscored South Central Calhoun 33-9. In the second quarter, it was South Central Calhoun outscoring Spencer 18-17, as the Tigers were able to start so red hot in that first quarter. But the second quarter, South Central Calhoun did climb back into things a little bit, got some things going on the offensive end, took better care of the basketball, and did outscore the Tigers by 1 in that second quarter. We'll take a look at our individual scoring stats in just a moment, but first I want to take a look at our upcoming schedule for the Spencer Tigers, and not a whole lot of regular season basketball left for the Tigers. Tuesday, Spencer will host Esterville Lincoln Central here at the Fieldhouse in Spencer for the final Lakes Conference doubleheader of the season. And then Thursday, Spencer is on the road at Sioux City North. The Tigers taking on the North Stars in a regular season non-conference doubleheader. And then next Monday, or I should say 2 Mondays from now, Monday, February 15th, Spencer goes to Sioux City West for a boys game only. So for the Spencer Tiger girls, today's game and then two more regular season matchups before the Tigers start to prepare for postseason play. And Spencer could potentially be playing on Wednesday, February 17th in its first postseason matchup of 2021. When we come back, we'll look at our individual scoring stats from the first half, and then we'll get ready for the start of the third quarter between the Spencer Tigers and the South Central Calhoun Titans. Our score at the halftime break, Spencer leads 50-27. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on News Radio 102.5, AM 1240 KICD, and KICDAM.com.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
At the halftime break, the Spencer Tigers lead South Central Calhoun 50-27. Spencer led in scoring in the first half by Allison Piercy, 16 points, Lexi Johnson with 13. Jada Piercy had 8, Mo McDermott with 7, and Haley Behrens with 2. Also at the free throw line, Maddie Maroney with 4 points for the Spencer Tigers. For South Central Calhoun, 6 points apiece for Emma Anderson and Riley Bada. 4 points for Addison Korleski and Sayer Stieg. 3 points for Sally Musselman and Brielle Korleski. And 1 point at the free throw line for Kylie Sliceman. Both teams are back onto the floor. We are ready to go for the start of the second half between Spencer and South Central Calhoun. And the Tigers huddling up on the bench, ready for the start of the third quarter. Starting lineup for Spencer here tonight and ready to go here in the third quarter will be Jada Piercy, Lexi Johnson, Allison Piercy, Peyton Cooper, and Olivia Ermiter. For South Central Calhoun, Riley Bada, Sayer Stieg, Kylie Sliceman, Brielle Korleski, and Emma Anderson. Spencer Tigers got off to that unreal first quarter start. Tigers scored 33 points in the first quarter. Cooled off a little bit in the second quarter, but also South Central Calhoun was able to calm things down a little bit in that second quarter, get their feet underneath them. And South Central Calhoun will begin with the basketball here in the third quarter, and the Tigers come out in a 1-3-1 zone look to start things off. And immediately it's Peyton Cooper getting her hands on the basketball. Ahead to Allison Piercy. She'll lay it up at the other end, and it is good. So the Tiger defense does its job immediately. And now Spencer will again set up in the 1-3-1. Sliceman's pass deflected. Lexi Johnson gets it. She passes ahead to Allison. Allison, one dribble to the rim, rolls off the front of the iron as Allison had to catch up to that pass just a little bit. Now the Tigers knock it loose again, throw it up ahead to Allison Piercy. She has a run out, and the second chance is good for Allison Piercy. Almost 3 identical plays for the Spencer Tigers to start off the third quarter. A steal at the defensive end, a pass up ahead to the Tigers' fastest player on the floor, and then Allison Piercy will track it down and lay it in. And I'm sure Jada would take some exception to me saying the fastest player on the floor, as would Lexi Johnson, so I will walk that back and say one of the Tigers' fastest players on the floor. Into the lane, Kylie Sliceman. She passes into the corner, now back out to Brielle Korleski for 3. Her three-pointer no good. Ball bounces around underneath the rim, and the Titans recontrol it once again. Sliceman on the left side of the three-point arc. Inside, good pass. And the layup good for Sayer Stieg, as Sliceman that time was able to thread the needle through the Tigers' outstretched arms. And Coach Stevenson says as Spencer gets back into the front court, make sure you keep those arms up and extended on the defensive end. Jada Piercy with the basketball, passes to Allison in the middle of the floor, now sets a ball screen into Peyton Cooper from close range, missed the layup, kicks it back out after the offensive rebound. Jada Piercy will reset things on the right side of the three-point arc, now gives it to Allison Piercy. Allison to Olivia Ermiter, now Jada Piercy. Lexi Johnson comes off a screen, is open for a moment. Now the defense recovers to Jada Piercy on the left side. She dribbles into the lane to Allison Piercy for three, and it's good! Allison Piercy continues to have an outstanding shooting performance, now up to 23 points in the game. Spencer goes for the steal and gets it with Lexi Johnson. Lexi slows things down across the timeline as she did not have numbers. It was a 1-on-3 break. Smart decision there to back it out. And now the Tigers reset the offense. Jada Piercy on the dribble. Brings it to the left side of the floor. Passes it back over the top to Allison Piercy. She'll line up the three. No good, offline this time for Allison Piercy, and that is her first miss from three today. Allison 4 of 5 from three-point range, as South Central Calhoun's pass deflects and goes out of bounds, last touched by a Spencer Tiger defender. Olivia Ermiter will check out of the game for Spencer. Mo McDermott comes into the contest. Three on the way for South Central Calhoun. Good from Brielle Korleski. South Central Calhoun has shot the ball well from long range. Titans have made 6 3-pointers. That's helped the case this afternoon, as Lexi Johnson has the instant answer at the other end with a made three. Lexi is 4 of 5 from three-point range, now has 16 points, 60-32 Tigers, and Kylie Sliceman makes the three at the other end for South Central Calhoun. So good shooting by both teams, and it's now 60-35 Spencer Tigers. Coach Matt Stevenson of Spencer takes a timeout with 4:36 left to play in the third on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
.436 left to play in the third quarter from the Fieldhouse in Spencer. Saturday afternoon basketball between Spencer and South Central Calhoun. And the Spencer Tigers will have the basketball coming out of the timeout after the made three-pointer by the Titans. Again, the Tigers lead by 25. South Central Calhoun has made 7 threes here today, which has kept that margin even closer than it possibly could be at the moment. Lexi Johnson tried to come to a jump stop, called for a travel. Spencer turns it over for the 7th time in the game. Tigers will stay in the 1-3-1 zone defense. Kylie Sliceman on the right wing, looking inside for Riley Batta. And a push is called against Lexi Johnson inside, trying to defend that entry pass. Lexi Johnson whistled for her second personal foul. And now it is Haley Behrens and Maddie Maroney coming into the game for Peyton Cooper and Lexi Johnson. South Central Calhoun inbounds the basketball. Titans will line up a three-point attempt. It's short off the front iron from Brielle Korleski, rebounded by Jada Piercy. Jada passes to Mo McDermott in the front court. Mo the crossover, gets in the lane, tries the runner at the rim, and it's good. Mo McDermott has attacked off the bounce, gotten to the rim almost at will in this game, and now has 9 points. Jump shot no good from Brielle Korleski, rebounded by Spencer. Here's Jada Piercy across the timeline, comes to a jump stop, finds Allison Piercy. She'll line up the three, too strong, and Allison a little bit of a wry smile as she knew she let that one go way too strong. 62-35 Spencer Tigers. Emma Anderson the catch in the corner. Inside pass is a good one from Brielle Korleski to Riley Bata, and Bata the easy lay-in from the right side. 62-37 Spencer. 3:18 left to play in the third quarter. Maddie Maroney on the left side of the three-point line gets across the lane to Allison Piercy for three in the corner. That's no good. Rebounded by Maddie Maroney, tipped by Haley Behrens to keep it alive. Mo McDermott now on the left elbow. Up top to Jada with 3 minutes left to play third quarter. Now Allison Piercy drives, steps through, leans in, and banks it off the glass and in. Allison Piercy continues to have one of her best offensive performances of the season here today. Now Allison up to 25 points. I believe that is her season high scoring-wise. Runner at the other end no good for Emma Anderson. Inside for Riley Bata, who lays it in. And actually it was Sire Stieg with the lay-in, now up to 8 points in the game. 64-39 Spencer. Maddie Maroney attacking on the dribble, and a reach-in foul called against South Central Calhoun as Maddie had her right wrist grabbed onto. Jada Piercy will inbound the basketball now for Spencer. Jada gets it into Matea Lowe, who's come back into the game. Now up top to Jada Piercy, to Maddie Maroney, drives and dishes to Matea Lowe. Back out to Mo McDermott, now Jada Piercy into the corner for Maddie. Maroney faces the basket, now kicks it back out to Jada Piercy. Jada Piercy pulls it out near the timeline, resets the Tiger offense. Mo McDermott turns the corner, down the lane, tries the leaner, and banks it off glass and in. Mo McDermott had a game few games ago where she was able to do a lot of the things she's done today, but just could not get the shots to fall at the rim. But here today, almost everything has gone for Mo. 5 of 6, as she's had a great game, now up to 11 points. 66-39, inside pass for South Central Calhoun. Again, finding Sayer Stieg inside against the Tiger zone defense. And the Titans finding some openings in the Spencer 1-3-1. 66-41 Tigers. Mo McDermott crosses over, passes to Maddie Maroney. She drives down the right side, kicks out to Matea Lowe. Matea down the lane, and a foul called on South Central Calhoun on the Spencer Tiger dribble drive. Foul is called on Brielle Korleski, her second personal. Excuse me, it's on Kylie Sliceman, and it's her first personal. Spencer inbounds it to Maddie Maroney, makes the catch beyond the three-point line. Maddie down the lane, and another foul called on the Titans as Maddie continues to be aggressive on her drives today. And a timeout will be taken now on the floor. 1:05 left to play third quarter. Spencer 66, South Central Calhoun 41. On News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240, KICD.
Casey?
Mom,
Wake up, honey.
what's going on?
We gotta go. Stay low.
Timeout taken here in the third quarter with 1:05 left to play, and the Spencer Tigers leading 66-41. Back on the floor for the Tigers, Mo McDermott, Lexi Johnson, Matea Lowe, Peyton Cooper, and Maddie Maroney. For South Central Calhoun, it is Brielle Korleski, Kylie Sliceman, Sally Musselman, Sayer Stieg, and Riley Bata. Inbounds pass for Spencer into Peyton Cooper. Now Maddie Maroney. Maroney sets up on the right side of the three-point line. Now back to the left side, and Lexi Johnson. Lexi out to Mo McDermott. South Central Calhoun in a 2-3 zone at the moment. Matea Lowe had it knocked loose by Brielle Korleski, but the Tigers able to save it. Now Peyton Cooper to Matea Lowe. 40 seconds left to play third quarter. Mo McDermott resets things. Maddie Maroney on the right wing, guarded by Sally Musselman. Now to the left side for Mo McDermott. Into the post for Peyton Cooper, and a jump ball will be called as the Titans came across to try and deny that entry pass. We're able to get hands on the basketball, and it's a jump ball, but it will stay with the Spencer Tigers. Spencer will inbound the basketball with Mo McDermott. 29 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass into the corner for Matea Lowe. Trying to get it inside to Peyton Cooper, did not have the angle, and the pass was stolen away by South Central Calhoun. Now the Titans hurry up the floor. Open look from three, but the shot no good for Sophie McKinney. And the rebound by Maddie Maroney. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Now 9 seconds left. Mo McDermott brings it across the timeline. 5 seconds left. Mo picks up her dribble. Back to Lexi Johnson. 3 on the way. Off the heel of the rim. And the third quarter comes to an end with Spencer leading 66-41. You're listening to News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. Your heating and cooling system keeps your home comfortable all year round. We all expect reliable electric service when we need it. Whether it's turning on the lights or operating appliances throughout the day, you and your family rely on it day and night. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
Start of the fourth quarter from the Fieldhouse in Spencer, where the Spencer Tigers leading the South Central Calhoun Titans 66-41. South Central Calhoun has the basketball to start the fourth quarter. And it's Emma Anderson on the dribble, standing on the Tiger logo at midcourt. She's guarded by Jada Piercy. Spencer Tigers in the man-to-man defense. Missed shot on the right side from Anderson. Tigers get the rebound. Lexi Johnson runs the floor, and Sally Musselman fouls her at the basket. And Lexi Johnson earns a trip to the free throw line for 2 shots. Neither team had free throws at all in the third quarter. Spencer's first free throws of the second half, and Lexi Johnson able to connect on the first. Last night's game, the Tigers were great at the free throw line, 13 of 14 on the road at Cherokee, which is certainly what you need to do against a great team like Cherokee. Second free throw good. 68-41 Spencer, 7:35 left to play in the fourth quarter. Emma Anderson on the dribble for the Titans down the left side of the lane, and a block shot, but a foul called on the Spencer Tigers, and Emma Anderson will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Tiger fans thought it was a clean block, but South Central Calhoun going to get 2 free throws. Emma Anderson has struggled at the free throw line this season, 36%, but she's able to connect on the first. Second free throw is off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Peyton Cooper. South Central Calhoun drops back into the half-court defense. Man-to-man D. Olivia Ermiter open in the corner for 3. Good. Olivia Ermiter makes her first shot of the afternoon. And the Spencer Tigers have now made 12 three-pointers here today. South Central Calhoun with a pass that deflects into the Titans bench. And it was touched by a Spencer Tiger who got a hand in the passing lane. Olivia Ermiter goes for a steal, gets a hand on it, and the ball knocked out of play. Last touch by Olivia. On senior night, we had Olivia Ermiter and Peyton Cooper here or I should say up here at the halftime show, talking on the halftime show radio broadcast. And Olivia Ermiter talked about the pride she takes in playing defense, and that's certainly shown this season as she has been a great defender for the Spencer Tigers. South Central Calhoun misfires on the offensive end, and now the Tigers are fouled in the front court as Allison Piercy tried to make a cut from the left elbow to the right elbow and was bumped offline by Riley Bada. First foul on Bada. And now the Tigers will inbound the basketball with Jada Piercy into Allison. Corner three on the way. Good! Allison Piercy knocks down yet another three-pointer. And Allison now has 28 for the game to lead all scorers. Allison Piercy has made 5 threes today. And now she comes up with the steal at the defensive end rather. Lexi Johnson will line up the three. Her shot rattles around the rim and off, no good. And then the ball knocked out of play. Last touched by South Central Calhoun. 74-42, the Tigers lead big here with 6:19 left to play in the fourth quarter. Peyton Cooper to Olivia Ermiter. Back to Allison Piercy, heat check three on the way. Rattles out, no good. And the rebound by Riley Bada. Allison Piercy from three-point range today, 5 of 9. Emma Anderson, the crossover at the right elbow, inside to Bada, lost it on the way up, but she's fouled. And Riley Bada is going to the free throw line for 2 shots. Comes up limping a little bit as she kind of bent down to the ground after she landed awkwardly. Looks like she's all right. First free throw on the way, and good. Riley Bada, 3 for 3 at the free throw line. Now has 9 points for the game. Leading scorer on the season at 16 points per contest. Second free throw is up, and good. Riley Bada makes both. And the Spencer Tigers have the basketball, leading by 30, 74-44. Allison Piercy to Lexi Johnson. She'll try the three. Too strong off the heel of the iron. And then knocked out of bounds by Jada Piercy as she fought for the rebound, and the Tigers will make a complete line change. 5 new players coming into the game, replacing the Tigers starters who were on the floor. And the Tigers starters probably playing their final minutes here this afternoon. Great performance from the Tigers starters in general. So now it's Matea Lowe on the floor with Mo McDermott, Haley Behrens, Caitlin Weeks comes into the game for the first time today, and Maddie Maroney. On the dribble, Emma Anderson just inside the timeline. 5:30 left to play. Spencer leads by 30 points. Kylie Sliceman to Emma Anderson. Emma Anderson over to Sally Musselman. Musselman has her pass intercepted by Haley Behrens. And now Maddie Maroney passes it to Mo McDermott. Mo McDermott across the timeline. To Maddie Maroney, now Haley Behrens. Mo McDermott saves the pass from going out of bounds. Mo down the lane, kicks out to Maddie Maroney. Maddie guarded by Kylie Sliceman. Now Matea Lowe to Mo McDermott once again. Maddie Maroney now on the left side of the three-point line. Haley Behrens at the top of the arc. To McDermott. Caitlin Weeks trying to post up. McDermott uses her dribble. Passes to Matea, back to Mo. Ball knocked loose. Now the Tigers move it to the left wing, into the post for Haley Behrens. Goes up strong, but left it short. And the rebound controlled by South Central Calhoun. Emma Anderson brings it across midcourt. Anderson pulls it back out. Now gets a ball screen, picks up her dribble. Finds a teammate who flips it to the rim. No good on the shot for Ashley Hanks. Spencer with it now with Mo McDermott with 3:57 left to play. Spencer leading 74-44. Haley Barron's inside. Back out to Caitlin Weeks. Barron's inside fouled as she gets to the rim. And Haley Barron's will have 2 free throws now for Spencer. Haley Barron's has not attempted a free throw yet today. Knocks down her first. Haley Barron's had a really good game last night at Cherokee. I believe she had 10 points. Only missed a couple of shots. Second free throw is up and rolls off the rim, no good. Rebounded by South Central Calhoun. Titans have it with Kylie Sliceman. Sliceman on the right side of the three-point line. Dribbles across the lane, passes to Korleski. Korleski up top now with Ashley Hanks. To Sliceman, she'll drive baseline, leaves it inside for Stieg, and the shot no good. From close range, just the second miss for Stieg, who has 10 points. 3:15 left to play. Spencer leading by 31. Mo McDermott to Matea Lowe. Looking inside for Caitlin Weeks. Good post up by Weeks. Power dribble, draws 3 defenders, make it 4, and the Titans able to dig the ball away and come up with the steal. South Central Calhoun at the other end. In the corner, Ashley Hanks. She drives baseline to Korleski. Brielle Korleski's 15-footer, no good. Spencer the rebound, and now Mo McDermott across midcourt. Mo to Maddie Maroney. Lobs inside for Haley Barron's. Makes the catch. One strong dribble, goes up and drops it in from the left side. Haley Barron's now 5 points. 77-44, Spencer Tigers. Olivia Toms called for a travel rather in the front court. And now Spencer will make another 5-player change. Avery Bruning, Ivy Hamilton, Mary Mathieson, Jana Grettinger, and Jera Merchant on the floor for Spencer. Several of these players playing in the JV game earlier today. JV had a big win, 59-16. Jera Merchant down the lane, no good on the layup attempt. Jera had, I don't know how many points she had, but when I was here watching a little bit of the JV game beforehand, it seemed like Jera Merchant was scoring just about every Spencer Tiger basket. South Central Calhoun, the drive and dish. 3-pointer on the way. No good for Sophie McKinney. Now the Tigers run the floor, and Jera Merchant missed the layup, but it rolled around the rim and off. 77-44, Spencer leads, 1:40 left to play. Titans in the front court, Brielle Korleski to Olivia Toms, the freshman. Now Sayer Stieg. To Brielle Korleski, down the lane, lays it up. Too strong, rebound, put back good for Sayer Stieg. So Stieg gets the basket to go, now has 12 points. And a timeout, or no, excuse me, just a whistle for the Spencer Tigers now to inbound the basketball with 1:14 left to play, 77-46. Spencer leads big. Tigers going to earn win number 12 on the season. Mary Mathieson has to track down the ball in the backcourt after it took a deflection. Now finds Jera Merchant left side, 3-pointer up, and it bounces off the front rim, no good. South Central Calhoun the rebound. The Titans run the floor. Sally Musselman up top with Addison Korleski. 40 seconds left to play. Jumper up and no good for Olivia Toms. Spencer the rebound. Mary Mathieson brings it up the left side of the floor. Passes to Jera Merchant. It deflects into the crowd. Last touch by South Central Calhoun. 28 seconds left to play. Spencer 77. South Central Calhoun 46. Mary Mathieson tries to drive baseline. Now passes to Avery Bruning in the post. Avery Bruning gets underneath the basket. Too far underneath. and her shot blocked by South Central Calhoun. Now the Titans with the ball, 10 seconds left to play. Sally Musselman to the right side for Sophie McKinney, and McKinney not going to attempt the shot as the final buzzer sounds. 77-46, the Spencer Tigers earn the 31-point victory over the visiting South Central Calhoun Titans. Spencer with the win picks up its 12th victory of the season as the Tigers improve to 12-7. Our final score, 77-46. The Spencer Tigers with the win. We'll be back with the Tiger postgame show next on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
We have a surprise for you. Your parents are watching.
No pressure.
Now they're all wrong.
Are you guys freaking out?
Yes. So it's just an emotional thing watching your kid live out a dream.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
We're all so proud of you.
All new Kids Baking Championship, Monday at 9 on Food Network.
Watch your favorite channel anytime, anywhere with Watch TV Everywhere on SMU Cable. Learn more at smunet.net or watchtveverywhere.com.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Follow the Spencer Tigers. New for 2020, tune in for select Spencer Tiger home events on the Spencer Channel 3, live on Spencer Municipal Utilities cable service, or online on the Spencer Channel 3 YouTube channel. Spencer Tiger home events will also be rebroadcast on the Spencer Channel 3 this fall. For a schedule of when they will air, visit our website at smunet.net. Go Tigers from all of us at Spencer Municipal Utilities.
STEM is the discipline of hard numbers, precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to get messy or just mess it up. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to try. Dare to fail. Dare to keep daring. Dare to learn the difference between organic, sedimentary, and non-foliated metamorphic rock. Get outside, find those rocks. Dare to be homeroom famous, a high school fable. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. And for the love of STEM, dare bigger. Dare to code, dare to invent, dare to explore, dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Start your day with Matt Vasgersian and Harold Reynolds on TV's only off-season morning show dedicated to baseball.
Free agency, trades, the business of baseball, all winter long.
Catch up on all the news and buzz from around the league on Hot Stove. Weekday mornings at 9 Eastern on MLB Network.
Available as part of SMU Cable SD Plus on Channel 139 and in HD on Channel 339. Call today to add MLB Network.
Across the country, we walk, carrying flowers that signify why we want to end Alzheimer's disease. But what if, one day, there was a white flower for Alzheimer's first survivor? What if there were millions of them? Join us for the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's. Register today at alz.org/walk.
Spencer Tigers defeat South Central Calhoun in game number 1 of the day, 77-46, as Spencer improves now to 12-7 overall. South Central Calhoun drops to 13-6. Let's take a look at the game stats. Spencer in the first half shot 58%. Second half, 10 of 24 from the floor, 4 of 12 from 3, as the Tigers cooled off a little bit. But for the game, Spencer goes 28 of 55, 51% shooting, 13 of 24 from 3. Unbelievable three-point shooting for the Tigers, 54%. And Spencer at the free throw line, 8 of 11. 9 turnovers for the purple and gold. For South Central Calhoun, 9 of 24 shooting in the first half, 38%. 7 of 20 in the second half, 35%. The Titans from the floor, 16 of 44, 36%. Pretty good from three-point range, 7 of 18, 39%. At the free throw line, 7 of 10. By the way, Spencer unofficially with 9 turnovers. South Central Calhoun had double that number with 18. Spencer had the incredible first quarter when the Tigers shot 12 of 19 from the floor and 8 of 10 from 3. Spencer outscored the Titans 33-9 in the first quarter. Second quarter, it was South Central Calhoun outscoring Spencer 18-17. Third quarter, the Tigers scored 16 to 14 points for the Titans, and then Spencer outscoring South Central Calhoun 11-5 in the fourth quarter. Spencer earning the victory 77-46. Leading scorer for the Tigers today was Allison Piercy. She was outstanding, had 28 points. 18 points for Lexi Johnson, 11 for Mo McDermott, 8 points for Jada Piercy, 5 points for Haley Behrens, 4 points for Maddie Maroney, and 3 for Olivia Ermiter. For South Central Calhoun, the leading scorer was Riley Bada with 12, 10 points for Addison Korleski, 7 points Emma Anderson, 6 for Brielle Korleski, 4 points for Addison Korleski and Kylie Sliceman, and 3 points for Sally Musselman. With the victory, the Spencer Tigers now 12-7 overall. When we come back, we will have the head coaches of both of our boys' teams as we get ready for our second game of the day between South Central Calhoun and the Spencer Tigers. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Worry about you.
We are set to go for our second game of the day between the Spencer Tigers and the South Central Calhoun Titans. The Tigers girls basketball team picking up a big win in the first game today, 77-46, and now it is Spencer taking on South Central Calhoun in the boys game. Spencer 10-6 overall. South Central Calhoun is 14-3, a very good team out of the Twin Lakes Conference. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for South Central Calhoun. 6-foot sophomore, number 0, Joe Clark. 5'9" senior, number 2, Tawan Sanders. 6-foot senior, number 3, Cole Corey. 6'5" junior, number 10, Joshua Dietrich. And 6-foot senior, number 32, Brennan Holder. And now for the home team, your Spencer Tigers, 10-6 on the season. And Spencer going with the 5-guard starting lineup again here today. 6-foot senior, number 2, Landon Ellis. 5'9" junior, number 11, Evan Johnson. 6'2" junior, number 20, Carter Petzenhauser. 5'7" sophomore, number 21, Riley DeWitt. And 5'10" sophomore, number 24, Owen Olson. The Spencer Tigers off of a nice win last night on the road at Cherokee. Spencer winning 64-53, avenging a loss here at home to that very same Cherokee team earlier this year by 1 point. And the Tigers a nice turnaround on the road last evening. South Central Calhoun will be in the road purple uniforms today with the white letters and numbers. The Spencer Tigers in the home white uniforms today as the Tigers huddle up on the floor and we get ready for tip-off between Spencer and South Central Calhoun. South Central Calhoun, the Titans. Last time out, let's take a look at recent results for South Central Calhoun, a team that has been in the midst of a 6-game, make that a 5-game winning streak. Wins against Manson, Northwest Webster, Southeast Valley. Also a win against Newell Fonda, 75-68, West Bend Mallard, and Sioux Central. The ball is up, tipped, and controlled by South Central Calhoun. With the basketball, Tawan Sanders over to the point guard for 3. Cole Corey, no good. He tries to follow up his rebound in the lane. It's loose, and the Tigers come up with it. Spencer up ahead to Landon Ellis. Landon gets to the rim, has his shot blocked by Tawan Sanders. And now the Tigers need to get back defensively as South Central Calhoun runs the floor. Corner 3 on the way for Cole Corey is good. And Cole Corey, not too worried about that first miss from 3. Pulls the trigger on the second shot immediately in the corner. And the shot is good. We have a stoppage of play for some reason, and now the head referee pulls both head coaches over. Now, I'm not quite sure what the issue is. So both head coaches come over to the scorer's table, and now Dr. Huff is being called out of the crowd as well, but I think the referee might have pulled a hamstring or something. Yeah, so the referee is going to have to get checked on here really quick. We do have 3 referees in the crew here today, so we'll take a quick injury timeout with 7:29 left to play in the first quarter. South Central Calhoun leading Spencer 3-0 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Strong in Spencer.
News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD in Spencer, Iowa, part of the Spencer Radio Group.
tonight, so we're going to try and get, I think, a third official out of the crowd. I think that's what we're looking at right now, the third official with an injury. So we're down to just 2 referees at the moment, and both teams on the floor just kind of milling around trying to stay warm at the moment. So I think we are going to get a third official out of the crowd here momentarily, but for the time being, I wonder if we'll be going ahead with the 2 referees. I think that is going to be the case, and then we'll eventually get a third official. So things sorted out at the moment, and the Spencer Tigers inbound the basketball at midcourt, trailing 3-0. Riley DeWitt passes to Evan Johnson, now to Landon Ellis, to Riley DeWitt once again on the right wing. Back to the left side with it is Landon Ellis. Landon picks up his dribble, passes to Carter Petzenhauser in the middle of the floor. South Central Calhoun starting things off in a 2-3 zone. Landon Ellis to Evan Johnson, back to Landon. On the three-point line, Carter Petzenhauser now in the corner for Evan Johnson, and his shot blocked out of bounds by Brennan Holder, who at 6 foot tall flew in there and made himself look much bigger as he came out and blocked the shot of Evan Johnson. So the Spencer Tigers will inbound it in the corner, get it in long to Riley DeWitt, and now Riley moves it to Evan Johnson on the left side, back to Landon Ellis on the right side of the three-point line. Now Carter Petzenhauser once again. Back to Landon. He'll line up the three-pointer. Shot on the way, too strong. Rebounded by Cole Corey inside. Cole Corey's been in the middle of everything here in the early going for South Central Calhoun. We've played a minute and a half. Holder tries the 3. That's too strong. Carter Petzenhauser the rebound for Spencer. South Central Calhoun back defensively again in the 2-3 zone. Riley DeWitt to Carter Petzenhauser on the left side. He drives baseline, gets to the rim, hangs, and lays it in from the left side as Carter slid around Joshua Dietrich, the 6'5" junior, on his way to the basket. And now South Central Calhoun in the front court with Cole Corey. To Brennan Holder again, another deep 3, this time from the right side, no good. Cole Corey skies inside, gets the rebound, and he is fouled. Cole Corey going way up to get that rebound. Listed at 6 foot. I'm not even sure if he is 6 foot tall, but that time flying through the air to get to the rebound for South Central Calhoun. And now with the free throw line for 2 shots. First free throw is no good off the front for Cole Corey, who averages 14 points per game, to go along with 4 rebounds. Point guard for the South Central Calhoun team. Second free throw is no good, too strong, but Brennan Holder able to create some room inside. He is a load at 6 foot. And a 3 on the way, no good for Joe Clark. Spencer grabs the rebound, this time Carter Petzenhauser. Tigers out running. Riley DeWitt gets inside, kicks it to Evan Johnson in the corner. He tries the runner from close range, can't get it to go. Back out to Riley DeWitt. Now Riley up top to Landon Ellis, tried to leave it inside for Owen Olsen, and Owen stopped his cut to the basket. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's a turnover by Spencer. 3-2 South Central Calhoun. A little bit of strange energy at the start of this game after that immediate stoppage. We had an official that I'm not quite sure what the injury was. He was able to walk off the floor, but looked like he had pulled something or twisted something. I'm not quite sure. And now the Spencer Tigers turn the ball over in the backcourt as South Central Calhoun ramps up the pressure. And the Tigers lose it into the Spencer bench. So South Central Calhoun will have the basketball. Tawan Sanders to Cole Corey. Into the corner for Joe Clark, the son of head coach Clive Clark, and his 3 is good. South Central Calhoun has already attempted 6 3-pointers. They've knocked down a couple, and the Titans lead it 6-2 here early. Spencer wants a timeout with 5:07 left to play in the first on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD. Spencer Tigers inbound the basketball after the timeout. South Central Calhoun leading 6-2. Spencer in the front court with Riley DeWitt and Landon Ellis exchanging passes at the top of the 2-3 zone. Now Evan Johnson in the corner to Carter Petzenhauser, back to Evan. Johnson dribbles to the right wing, finds Owen Olson in the corner. Now Riley DeWitt to Landon Ellis, back to Evan Johnson in the opposite corner. Now Landon Ellis up top to Riley DeWitt on the right side. He penetrates into the lane, kicks it to Carter in the far corner. Carter drives baseline, finds Evan Johnson, corner three on the way. Good! As Evan Johnson makes the three-pointer. Evan has really had some good offensive games recently, including last night on the road at Cherokee. Here's Cole Corey for South Central Calhoun in the front court. Tigers trail by a point. Three on the way and good from Brennan Holder, as South Central Calhoun has only attempted three-pointers to this point. 7 attempts, 3 of 7 from 3, and now a travel called on Evan Johnson of the Spencer Tigers. So the Tigers with their third turnover here in the opening 4 minutes of the first quarter, and Evan Johnson checks out of the game for Devin Dirks. South Central Calhoun with the basketball, leading 9-5. South Central Calhoun, a team that averages 69 points per game. Very potent offense. Three-point shooting, 33% from three. Cole Corey on the right wing, back to the left side, and Brennan Holder now into the post for Joshua Dietrich. Opposite corner for Joe Clark. His three is short. Rebounded by Carter Petzenhauser, and now Carter leads the break to Landon Ellis. He'll lay it in from the left side, and the Tigers get a chance to get out and run, take advantage of it, and pull within 2. 9-7 South Central Calhoun, 3:25 left to play, first quarter. Joe Clark to Tawan Sanders for three. His three is no good. South Central Calhoun has still only attempted three-point shots in this first quarter. Carter Petzenhauser down the lane to Owen Olson. Owen steps in after a couple of dribbles. 3:05 left to play. Now Devin Dirks in the short corner. Back to the right side, and Riley DeWitt to Carter Petzenhauser. He'll try the three, and it's good from the right side as Carter gives the Tigers the lead at 10-9. South Central Calhoun into the post for Joshua Dietrich. He kicks it to Clark. Now it's Cole Corey. Driving baseline Holder inside to Dietrich, who elevates and lays it in on the first two-point attempt for South Central Calhoun in the game. Titans back in front, 11-10. Riley DeWitt on the dribble, guarded by Tawan Sanders at the top of the zone to Carter Petzenhauser. Now to the opposite side and Landon Ellis. Baseline drive for Owen Olson. Back to Landon Ellis. He fakes the pass, finds Owen in the corner for three. His shot good. Owen Olson hits the three-pointer, and a timeout taken by South Central Calhoun, with the Spencer Tigers in front, 13-11, 2:15 left to play in the first quarter. You're on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240, KICD.
The MLB offseason is here. 30 clubs in search of players that just might take them to the top in 2021. MLB Network has the latest moves, rumors, and shakeups. The offseason buzz is on. MLB Tonight. Weeknights on MLB Network.
Available as part of SNU Cable SD Plus on Channel 139 and in HD on Channel 339. Call today to add MLB Network.
.2:15 remaining in the first quarter. Both teams, Spencer and South Central Calhoun, attempting a lot of outside shots here in the early going, and each team has completed 3 3-point makes. Spencer has gotten threes from Evan Johnson, Carter Petzenhauser, and Owen Olson, and the Tigers lead it 13-11, as we do now have our third official joining us in the game. We had 3 to start with. An official picked up an early slight injury that did force him from the game, and we got an official out of the crowd. Here's Cole Corey, penetrating and dishing out to Clark for 3, and Joe Clark's 3 no good, and then South Central Calhoun goes over the back on the attempt to get to the rebound. Ethan Hyder, by the way, is coming to the game for Spencer, replacing Landon Ellis. So the Tigers do have someone that matches up body type to body type a little bit better with Joshua Dietrich, the 6'5" junior. Riley DeWitt on the dribble for Spencer to Owen Olson. Now to Carter Petzenhauser on the right side, back to Riley. Tawan Sanders went for the steal, didn't quite get there. Now Owen Olson to Riley DeWitt. South Central Calhoun staying in the 2-3 zone. Owen Olson drives into the teeth of the zone, elevates, tries the jumper. No good. Got it over the outstretched arm of Joshua Dietrich. Spencer gets back defensively and now matches up in the man-to-man defense. Brennan Holder will try the three-pointer off the dribble, and it's good. Brennan Holder with his second three of this first quarter. And South Central Calhoun back in front, 14-13. 1:10 left to play, first quarter. Carter Petzenhauser with an airmailed pass into the Tigers student section. And Carter's pass, it looks like, hit directly into Matea Lowe's soda, whatever type of soda that she had. I think it was hers. She just threw it away anyway. So the Tigers turn it over for the fourth time here in the first quarter. Cole Corey on the dribble for South Central Calhoun. He passes it to Tawan Sanders. Tawan Sanders gets to the free throw line, back to the basket, kicks it out to Joe Clark. Joe Clark into the lane. Picks up his dribble. Cole Corey now with it, the lefty point guard. Extreme quickness from him. Dietrich in the post, had it knocked away for a moment, gets it back, flips up the hook shot to the rim, no good. Spencer the rebound now with Landon Ellis. Landon in transition, gets into the lane, tries to pass back out to Carter Petzenhauser, and a reach-in foul called on South Central Calhoun with 34 seconds left to play first quarter, and that foul was called on Tawan Sanders, his first. 34 seconds left first quarter. Tigers trail by one. Landon Ellis lobs it in long to Riley DeWitt. Riley on the dribble. Passes it to Devin Dirks. Devin steps inside the three-point line, tried to leave it inside for Ethan Hyder. Hyder had to save it from going out of bounds. And it goes right to Cole Corey. Now South Central Calhoun with the basketball. Trailing three on the way for Corey. Around the rim and out, no good. Spencer the rebound with Ethan Hyder, and the Tigers have it now with 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Landon Ellis on the dribble. Finds Spencer's Devin Dirks. Now back to Landon. In the corner, Riley DeWitt. 1 second left. Three on the way. Good for Riley DeWitt. Shot counts, and the Tigers will take a 16-14 lead into the second quarter on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. From the time you step in the shower first thing in the morning and quick start the dishwasher before leaving the house for the day, to grabbing a glass of water after an evening walk, we know you expect quality water to meet all your needs. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
We have record high gold prices.
If we don't strike it rich now, we never will.
There's never been a better time to be in the gold business.
Gold Rush, the richest season yet. Friday at 8 on Discovery.
Watch your favorite channel anytime, anywhere with Watch TV Everywhere on SMU Cable. Learn more at smunet.net or watchtveverywhere.com.
Start of the second quarter, and Spencer leading South Central Calhoun 16-14. The Tigers inbounding the basketball at midcourt. Ethan Hyder gets the ball in to Landon Ellis. Landon to Evan Johnson now on the right wing. Tigers with a 2-point lead after a 6 of 11 shooting first quarter. Here's Evan Johnson for three. His shot too strong. Rebounded by Joe Clark of South Central Calhoun. Now on the left wing, Brennan Holder. Holder tries to attack baseline. Good defense by Landon Ellis. Back out three on the way up and no good for Eli Wheelock. Inside, Cole Corey had his shot blocked. Cole Corey then gets his own rebound as it fell right back to him. Brennan Holder attacks from the left side, elevates and lays it in. Brennan Holder at 6 foot, the senior, has had a good start to the game. He averages 16 per game for South Central Calhoun to lead the Titans. Listed at 6 foot, but with his strength, he plays a little bit bigger. Here's Landon Ellis to Evan Johnson. Corner three again, good for Evan Johnson. Second made three in the first half for Evan. And the Tigers are now 5 of 8 from three-point range. 15-foot jumper no good for Joshua Dietrich. Spencer the rebound through Evan Johnson, and the Tigers lead at 19-16 and have the ball. Carter Petzenhauser weaving through traffic all the way to the basket, lays it in as Carter navigated all 5 purple jerseys for the South Central Calhoun Titans. Had no business in getting to the rim, but that's what he does. Carter with the layup, and the Spencer Tigers force South Central Calhoun into taking a timeout with the Tigers in front 21-16, 6:39 left to play in the second on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Yep, we've seen people do a lot of, not safe things on the highway. There's the old, just this one text. Why use turn signals? Everyone around me can read minds. And I like playing NASCAR with semis. It's called drafting, not tailgating, and sometimes you just want to test those giant blind spots. Our job is to keep you safe from, well, all of that and more. Which is why we are partnering with local law enforcement to identify dangerous drivers. Let's make the roads safe for everyone. Our family, protecting yours.
6:39 left to play in the second quarter. A timeout taken by South Central Calhoun after the Spencer Tigers build a 5-point lead, 21-16. And the Tigers will come out of the timeout with the same 5 that were on the floor: Landon Ellis, Owen Olson, Carter Petzenhauser, Evan Johnson, and Ethan Hyder. Spencer matching up defensively in the man-to-man. Carter Petzenhauser guarding the basketball, and the extremely quick Cole Corey tried the give and go with Dietrich. Tigers read it and get the steal. Owen Olson comes out of the wash with the basketball. Doesn't have numbers, slows it down. Now Carter Petzenhauser to Landon Ellis. Now Evan Johnson. Back to Landon Ellis. That was the first turnover for South Central Calhoun in the game. Owen in the corner, dribbles it back out to the wing. Now to Carter Petzenhauser once again. 6:08 left to play in the second quarter. To Landon Ellis. Into the corner for Evan Johnson. Right side now with Landon. Up top to Carter Petzenhauser. 2 minutes gone, second quarter. Owen Olson again. Spencer leading by 5. Owen probing with the dribble. To Ethan Hyder, a post touch, kicks it back out to Landon Ellis. Landon to the free throw line, into the paint for Owen Olson. A couple of fakes. Spins around, finds Carter wide open. 3 on the way. Good! Inside out basketball for the Tigers pays off. And Coach Petzenhauser has made the point in the past. You know, post touch is much different in 2021 than they were in 2001. Sometimes all you need is just that pass into the post to draw the attention, and then the kick out again doesn't necessarily mean you have to post up and try to get to the rim. 24-16, Spencer leads. Carter goes for the steal, knocks it loose from the ball handler Cole Corey, and the official closest to the play calls the reach-in foul as the entire Tiger bench in disagreement right there close to the play. For Carter, that will be his first foul. South Central Calhoun trying to attack off the dribble. Brennan Holder gets inside, leans in, takes the contact, and lays it in. Count the basket for Brennan Holder, who once again showcases his strength from the left side on the dribble attack. So Holder, already with 10 points in the game, at the free throw line, makes the foul shot. And it's 24-19, Spencer in front by 5. Carter Petzenhauser walking the ball up the floor. Guarded by South Central Calhoun's Cole Corey. Now a 3 on the way from Landon Ellis is too strong, and the rebound controlled by South Central Calhoun. Brennan Holder fakes the 3, now takes the 3, rattles out no good. Carter Petzenhauser the rebound. South Central Calhoun not afraid to let it fly from very deep. Carter attacking off the dribble, and he is fouled on his way to the basket down the left side of the lane. Foul will be on the floor, and it's against Joe Clark, his first personal. Son of head coach Clive Clark. Inbounds pass to Landon Ellis. Now Carter Petzenhauser tries the deep 3 over Cole Corey. Shot no good. Cole Corey gets the long rebound. Doesn't have numbers, slows it down in the front court. Into the post for Dietrich. He turns and faces up. Out to Eli Wheelock. South Central Calhoun has only played 6 players so far. Cole Corey's long jumper is no good. Evan Johnson will get to the rebound in the corner. He finds Landon Ellis, who crosses the timeline halfway through the second quarter. Corner 3 for Owen Olson, no good. Rebound inside Brennan Holder of South Central Calhoun. Now Eli Wheelock drives baseline. Stopped at the left block. Kicks it out to Holder. Carter Petzenhauser guarding him. Couple of dribbles, passes to Joe Clark. Now Eli Wheelock. So a switch with Carter guarding Holder now and Owen Olson on Cole Corey. And the shot at the rim no good for South Central Calhoun, and Ethan Hyder with another strong rebound inside. Ethan's been a difference maker for the Tigers on the boards in the last 3 or 4 games. Defensive rebounding, which Spencer Tigers knew coming into the season would probably be a weakness, but like Coach Petzenhauser said in the pregame, Tiger rebounding has actually been, I think, maybe even a little bit better than the Tigers expected. Here's Carter Petzenhauser to Owen Olson. Now Landon Ellis into the corner for Riley DeWitt. To Landon once again. Now Riley fakes the 3, gets inside, kicks it out to Landon. Carter Petzenhauser comes to get it to Riley in the right corner. He dribbles inside, gets to the lane, has the ball poked loose. Owen Olson able to save it. To Carter, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, too strong. And the rebound by South Central Calhoun. Just the second miss for Carter, who's 4 of 6 from the floor. To Juan Sanders, to Brennan Holder. Holder loves that left wing extended spot, 3 or 4 steps behind the line. Now Dietrich rolls to the rim. Offensive foul, the call, as Carter Petzenhauser read it all the way, got into position, and took the charge. Joshua Dietrich didn't even have a chance to know that Carter was there because he was turned, still looking to the perimeter for the pass, and by the time he spun his head around, Carter was right there in position, slammed into him. Riley DeWitt on the dribble for Spencer. Finds Owen Olson. Owen trying to spin away from the defender. Passes to Landon Ellis on the right side. Landon and back up top to Riley DeWitt. Now Owen Olson on the left wing. To Devin Dirks. Devin tries the floater at the rim. It's too strong, and it's rebounded by South Central Calhoun. The Titans get out and run. Wheelock to the rim, flips it up, rolls off the left side of the iron, no good. Spencer the rebound through Owen Olson, who has become one of the Tigers' best rebounders. Just a sophomore and a guard, but man, he is a good rebounder. Owen drops a great pass across the baseline to Landon. Now Owen gets in the lane, has his shot blocked by Brennan Holder. Holder tips it into the front court, leads the break, and lays it in. What an athletic play by Brennan Holder, who got that shot block and then tracked the ball down in the front court and laid it in, and he's pumping up his team over on the bench right now as the Spencer Tigers get a timeout with 1:48 left to play in the first half. Spencer leading 24-21 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
The Maine Cabin Masters main motto: work hard in any weather.
Just another day in the life of Maine Cabin Masters.
Turn ugly shacks into amazing cabins. Then repeat. All new Maine Cabin Masters, Monday night at 9 on DIY Network and DIY Network Go.
Learn more at smunet.net or watchTVEverywhere.com.
.148 left to play in the second quarter. The Spencer Tigers lead the South Central Calhoun Titans by a score of 24-21. A timeout taken by Spencer after the Brennan Holder block shot. Chased it down in the front court and then laid it in for the South Central Calhoun Titans. And now the Spencer Tigers will have the basketball. Carter Petzenhauser to inbound the basketball momentarily. He gets it in to Riley DeWitt. Riley passes to Landon Ellis on the right side. Now Landon passes back to Riley on the left side of the three-point arc. Riley DeWitt gets into the lane, kicks to Landon Ellis, now to Devin Dirks in the corner. Over the top to Riley DeWitt. Owen Olsen flips it across to Devin Dirks, open three, but it's too strong, and Owen Olsen ends up with the rebound to Carter Petzenhauser inside, hangs and lays it in as he's fouled by Joshua Dietrich. Carter going way up top to lay that ball in, as he so often does. And now we'll be at the free throw line for a chance at the old school three-point play. Owen Olsen checks out of the game for Ethan Hyder. Again, it's very funny to think about, but both of those players, really good defensive rebounders, but they couldn't be any more different in body type. Carter Petzenhauser's free throw is up and no good. And then Ethan, going for the rebound, gets called for the reach-in foul. South Central Calhoun has brought Antonio Sanders, the 6'4" junior, into the game for the first time today. He is matched up with Ethan Hyder at the moment as Spencer guards in the man-to-man defense. The Titans have only gone 7 deep on the bench so far. Here's Cole Corey with the basketball in the corner. He'll try the three, and it's good. The lefty lets it go and makes his second three of the day. 26-24 Spencer Tigers with 55 seconds left in the first half. Riley DeWitt to Devin Dirks. Devin has his pass deflected, and the Titans come up with the takeaway. Brennan Holder on the dribble will bring it across the Tiger logo at midcourt. Now passes to Cole Corey. Cole Corey back up top to Brennan Holder for a deep three-pointer. It's no good. Carter Petzenhauser the rebound for Spencer. 30 seconds left to play first half. Carter will slam on the brakes. Now passes it to Landon Ellis as the Tigers get into the front court. 23 seconds left second quarter. Landon Ellis on the dribble, has the ball bounce off of someone's foot, up ahead to Tawan Sanders, got too far underneath the basket. Tigers strip it away from Brennan Holder, and then a foul called on Spencer underneath the rim, and Brennan Holder will go to the free throw line for 2. I thought Devin Dirks got that ball cleanly, and so did he. So Brennan will now go to the free throw line for 2 foul shots. The Tiger turnover gives South Central Calhoun an opportunity here, but Brennan Holder's free throw no good on the first. Brennan Holder, the leading scorer for the Titans, he's been the best player this afternoon so far for South Central Calhoun, and he's at the line for a second free throw. It's good, and the Titans within 1. Spencer 26, South Central Calhoun 25, 10 seconds left second quarter. Landon Ellis on the dribble to Carter Petzenhauser at the left elbow, and a reach-in foul called on South Central Calhoun, and a bad foul by the Titans, as that's going to put Carter at the free throw line with 6.6 seconds left in the first half. 7th foul on the Titans, and it is the second personal on Cole Corey. So Carter to the line for the front end of a 1-and-1. Free throw up, and it is good for Carter Petzenhauser, who felt like he spent about, 45 minutes of game time at the free throw line last night in Cherokee. Spent a lot of time at the line. That didn't make sense, by the way, either. There's not 45 minutes in a game. Second free throw, no good. Carter gets his own rebound, kicks it to Landon Ellis, 3 on the way, and it's no good just before the buzzer as the Tigers get a second chance at it but couldn't cash out. And the first half comes to an end with Spencer leading 27-25. We'll be back with the Tiger halftime show next on News Radio 1025 and AM 1240 KICD.
We have several convenient ways to pay your bill with Spencer Municipal Utilities. Sign up for our bank payment plan and have the amount due taken out automatically on the due date. Put your payment in the mail. Use the drop box in front of our office. Make a payment online through our website or mobile app. Utility customers can make a payment by phone. Our payment window is also open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. As a reminder, until we have our billing systems completely integrated, we aren't able to take your communication payment by phone. If you have questions on what might be best for you, or if you need assistance setting up a different payment method, feel free to give our customer service a call at 580-5800.
Spencer Municipal Utilities. We keep you connected to your world.
At the halftime break, the Spencer Tiger boys lead a very good South Central Calhoun team, 27-25. Spencer shooting at 43% from the floor, 43% from three. We'll take a look at the rest of the first half stats in a moment. But first, I'm joined now by the winning head coach of game number one, Coach Matt Stevenson, the head coach of the Spencer Tiger girls. And Coach Stevenson, as the first quarter was taking place, I was thinking back to our pregame interview, and you said, and I agree with you, you know, Saturday games, you don't always know what it's going to be like. You can usually count on the gym being a little bit different, though, and you have to create your own energy. And I would imagine if you went into the lab and drew up the first quarter, it would probably look like Spencer scoring 33 points, going 12 of 19 from the floor, and 8 of 10 from three. What a great start by the Tigers in that first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think really anything we couldn't change. I mean, it was outstanding. I mean, they shot the ball with confidence. They shared the basketball. Defensively, we caused a lot of havoc. You know, we're able to turn them over and then go in transition. And, you know, when you get those types of things, you're going to get a lot of open looks. And, again, you know, the thing that I was happy about the most is just the ball movement and the way that we shared it early on.
And the Tigers had the confidence going. They were having fun, and then that just allowed things to keep rolling, and it continued in that first half. Spencer ends up scoring 50 points in the first half, build up a 23-point lead by the halftime break. The ball movement was great. Defensively, the Tigers then switch into the 1-3-1 a little bit, and South Central Calhoun did find some cracks in the zone at times tonight.
Yeah, you know, and that was one of the things that we talked about, you know, during the timeout in the end of the quarter was I think it was just game 4 in a short, you know, period of time there, and I think our legs were a little flat. Didn't quite have as much bounce. You know, and when we play that, if we're not active with our hands and they're not big and wide, you're going to get some easy buckets. And, again, I think it was just a little bit of fatigue on our part, you know, not being able to keep our hands up and bouncing around. But, again, you know, throughout the game, whatever defense that we switched to, the girls executed it really well early on, you know, and we're able to cause trouble for them. And I think, you know, you could see it out there. They just kind of had a lot of confused looks at times when they were on the offensive end. And, you know, again, I was really happy with the way that we defended. You know, and offensively it was, you know, as good as it could have got.
Allison Piercy had 28 points today. I don't have all of her games in front of me, but was that her high this year? I think it was.
Yeah, yep, that was her high this year.
And it's easy to say, you know, when she has a scoring output like that it was a great game, but was that maybe Allison's best all-around game this year?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, she just, with her length up top, you know, and some of the pressures that we give, and in that zone, I mean, she's able to get, you know, her hands on some things and disrupt things. And when that happens, you know, she can get out in the break and she can get out in the open floor. And, you know, when she's in the open floor, she's pretty tough to stop. And then if she starts hitting threes on top of that, you know, you really got to come up with some elaborate plan on how you're going to stop her. And, you know, she did an outstanding job today. You know, and she also did a good job, I thought, of you know, pitching the ball ahead when she had the opportunity and the kickouts when she had the chance as well. I mean, it was just an all-around, you know, good game on the offensive end, also on the defensive end, and she rebounded well too.
A couple games ago, we had a chance to talk about Mo McDermott getting to the rim, and she got a lot of good looks, but just couldn't get them to fall. Here today, it was kind of the exact opposite. Most shots that Mo was able to take went in, and she finished with 11. We know that she can play, make, and create for her teammates, but she can also finish at the rim.
Yeah, she's a difference maker. I mean, she gets in the games and things are going to happen. You know, she does a really good job of getting into the lane And she's probably the best of our group of when she's in there, her head being up, and seeing and reading the defense and finding the spots where it needs to go. And when she's got an angle that she can take to get to the basket, she's going to do it. And she did a really nice job of finishing tonight. Again, you look back at those other games, and that's basketball. Sometimes it just doesn't drop for you. But she's going to be, I think, huge for us here these last couple of weeks, as we head to the end of our regular season and into the postseason.
And finally, Coach, a big conference game, last conference game coming up on Tuesday night. If the Tigers play like they did here today, any reason that Spencer cannot have a game in the fourth quarter with a chance to win against Estherville Lincoln Central on Tuesday?
Yeah, I mean, you look at our games in the last couple of years. I mean, they've all been there, all games that have been tight. I don't know if there's two teams that know each other better than the two of us right now. I mean, like I said, I talk to Coach Martindale 3-4 times a week. We trade film. So, they've been sitting around for a week preparing for us. They haven't played all week. So, it's going to be fun. The big thing is our girls are going to come in with a little bit of confidence. And we needed this game today just to kind of get us back in the right frame of mind, knowing that we can compete, knowing that we can score, and knowing that we can defend. And, again, I mean, it couldn't happen at a better time for us.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the win. It was a fun game here today, and we'll look forward to that big one on Tuesday.
Sounds good. Thanks, Mark.
Spencer Tigers will play their final Lakes Conference game of the season on Tuesday night against Estherville Lincoln Central, and that will be here at the Fieldhouse in Spencer. So at the halftime break, the Spencer Tiger boys lead the South Central Calhoun Titans by a score of 27-25. Let's take a look at the game stats. So far, Spencer in the first half shot 10 of 23, 43%. From three-point range, 6 of 14, 43%. And at the free throw line, the Tigers went 1 of 3. Spencer did have some turnover issues, 8 turnovers for Spencer, including 5 in the first quarter, 3 in the second quarter. For the South Central Calhoun Titans, 9 of 26 shooting in the half, 35%. 5 of 16 from three-point range, 31%. 2 of 5 at the free throw line. But I had the Titans for just 1 turnover unofficially in that half. Spencer outscored the Titans 16-14 in the first quarter. It was an 11-11 second quarter, and the Tigers lead at the halftime break 27-25. We'll be back with the start of the third quarter next on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
We are set to go for the start of the third quarter between Spencer and South Central Calhoun. The Titans begin with the basketball, attacking the basket to my left as the Titans are going to try a three-pointer right away from Brennan Holder. It's no good, but Tawan Sanders comes up with the offensive rebound on the hustle play, and the Titans will reset the offense as Cole Corey gets it in the post to Joshua Dietrich. Now over the top to Sanders. Brennan Holder on the left wing. Holder to Tawan Sanders. Drops it off to Cole Corey on the dribble handoff. Now Cole Corey gets into the lane, stops at the free throw line to Brennan Holder. A little bit of a push off, and now a whistle and a foul will be called on Landon Ellis instead. So it's a blocking foul on Landon. I thought that You very easily could have called that on Brendan Holder for using the off arm to create some space. Cole Corey steps back for three in the corner. It's no good. And tracking down the rebound is Spencer's Riley DeWitt. And now Landon Ellis runs the floor, gets into the lane, tries the left-handed layup. It's no good. May have been partially blocked or deflected. Now Brendan Holder into the lane, tried to Euro step around Ethan Hyder, and that is not easy to do. Lost the basketball. Tigers come up with it. Carter Petzenhauser keeps the dribble alive somehow to Ethan. Couldn't finish at the rim, but then tips the ball back out to Riley DeWitt. Riley finds Carter Petzenhauser. He'll get into the lane. A reach-in foul called from behind on Joe Clark of South Central Calhoun. Going back to that play at the other end, you had Brennan Holder trying to Euro step around Ethan Hyder, who is 6'4" and about 215, 220 pounds, I would imagine. And he could not navigate around him, bumped into him, but Ethan was just holding his ground. So Holder lost the basketball, and that started the break for the Spencer Tigers. Here's Riley DeWitt on the dribble for Spencer to Carter Petzenhauser. Carter penetrates in the lane, hangs, and a foul called on South Central Calhoun. And is this going to be on Joshua Dietrich? I believe it is, and that's what has the South Central Calhoun fans upset. That is his third. So Carter Petzenhauser will go to the free throw line now for 2 shots as he created the contact, went right into the chest of Dietrich. Titans thought that he was straight up and down, and Carter misses on the free throw. So Carter really has been shooting free throws very well, but here today starts 1 for 4 at the line. Antonio Sanders comes back into the game, replacing Joshua Dietrich with those 3 fouls. Second free throw good for Carter Petzenhauser. He now has 14, and the Tigers lead it 28-25. Cole Corey in the lane, fadeaway jumper, around the rim and out, no good. Cole Corey is quicker than just about anybody I've seen this season at that point guard position. I mean, he is extremely quick. Here's Owen Olsen to Riley DeWitt. Riley gets into the lane pretty quick himself, but has his shot rejected at the rim by Antonio Sanders. Basketball is on the baseline for Spencer to inbound the ball after the block shot by the Titans. Inbound to Carter Petzenhauser in the corner. Now Ethan Hyder on the left wing. Over the top to Riley DeWitt. 6 minutes left to play, third quarter. Carter lines up the three. High arching three, no good, rims out. Rebounded inside by Antonio Sanders. Now Tawan Sanders to Eli Wheelock. Cole Corey at the top of the arc to Brennan Holder on the left side. You feel like Holder going to need to be aggressive here with Dietrich on the bench. He drives and dishes to Wheelock. Now to Antonio Sanders on the left elbow. Up top to Cole Corey. Dribbles between his legs, now gets a switch and has a mismatch on Hyder. Passes in the corner to Tawan Sanders. He drives baseline, drops it off for Antonio Sanders, and a foul called on the Spencer Tigers. Foul was called on Landon Ellis, and that will be his third. So now Landon Ellis is relegated to the bench with 3 fouls. And you think back to that blocking foul a few moments ago, which could have really gone either way, and that has gone a long ways towards getting Landon to his 3rd foul. 5:31 left to go, third quarter. Timeout taken on the floor. Spencer 28, South Central Calhoun 25, here on KICD Radio.
Yep, I've got an office job now. Iowa adopted 0 fatalities, and frankly, this whole let's work together to reduce traffic fatalities wasn't looking good for me. Sure. Following these 5 simple rules can keep you and your loved ones, alive. But come on, I can't spend eternity here. I'm not exactly a people person.
Learn more about the 0 Fatalities program and how you can help keep the Grim Reaper off Iowa's roads.
.531 left to play in the third quarter. Spencer 28, South Central Calhoun 25. Brennan Holder with the basketball at the top of the arc. Drives and dishes to Eli Wheelock. Back to Brennan Holder in the corner. Guarded by Evan Johnson. Into the post, Antonio Sanders. Out to Wheelock. Now Cole Corey on the right side, guarded by Carter Petzenhauser. In the post, Sanders. And a foul called on Riley DeWitt, trying to use his body to help defend the bigger Antonio Sanders. And basically what Riley did was try to pull the chair out from under him and lean back, and was called for the foul. Second foul on Riley. Inbounds pass in the corner to Cole Corey. Now to Eli Wheelock. Owen Olsen pestering him, but Wheelock gets back to the ball. Brennan Holder now. Evan Johnson in front. Holder crosses over, gets in the lane, kicks to Eli Wheelock. 3 on the way, good for Eli Wheelock. And we have a tie game, 28-28 the score. 4:45 left to play, third quarter. Spencer Tigers with the ball in the front court. 2-3 zone for the Titans all game long. Here's Riley DeWitt. Juan Sanders guarding him. To Evan Johnson for 3. Too strong. Titans climb the ladder to go get the rebound. South Central Calhoun with the basketball now with 4:15 left to play in the third. 28-28 the score. Cole Corey down the lane. Tough off-balance shot. A whistle. And I think the ball hit the basket support up above as it bounced on the rim. I'm not quite sure. And then the officials talking to Ethan Hyder and I think Tawan Sanders. As there was a little bit of a wrestling match in the box out trying to get to that rebound. 4:11 remaining, third quarter. Spencer 28, South Central Calhoun 28. Ethan Hyder ready to inbound the basketball for Spencer. Ethan gets the ball into Riley DeWitt. Riley crosses the timeline, and Joe Clark, the 6-foot sophomore, right there with him. To Carter Petzenhauser on the left wing, in the corner for Owen Olsen. He drives baseline, uses the shot fake. Out to Riley DeWitt for 3. No good. Ball loose inside. Evan Johnson somehow came up with it. Now Carter Petzenhauser in the right corner. To Riley DeWitt, back to Carter. He'll line up the 3, too strong. Owen Olsen goes over the back and trying to get to the rebound. Good box out that time by South Central Calhoun. And with 3:43 left to go in the third, South Central Calhoun will have the basketball. Our game tied up 28-28. 3:42 left to play, third quarter. High-low look inside for South Central Calhoun. Eli Wheelock in the corner. Now Cole Corey on the right wing. Corey gets to the right elbow, and a foul called on Carter Petzenhauser on the hold. And for Carter, that will be his second personal foul. Inbounds pass to Brennan Holder of South Central Calhoun, guarded by Owen Olsen. Holder gets into the lane, finds Wheelock for 3, and his shot is good. And South Central Calhoun takes the lead, 31-28. Timeout Spencer Tigers with 3:16 left to play in the third quarter. South Central Calhoun a 3-point lead on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Throw in another 50 pounds of those chops.
What are you boys up to?
Road trip.
Barbecue Pitmasters is here and better than ever. We're searching for the new taste of America's top barbecue regions, where we'll put the best to the test. Barbecue Pitmasters, Saturdays only on Destination America.
Watch this channel and many others anytime, anywhere with Watch TV Everywhere with SMU Cable. Learn more at smunet.net or watchTVEverywhere.com.
.316 left to play in the third quarter. South Central Calhoun leading the Spencer Tigers on the road, 31-28. Tigers taking a timeout after the made three-pointer from Eli Wheelock, his second of the third quarter. Eli Wheelock now with 6 points. South Central Calhoun's leading scorer, Brennan Holder, has 14. Wheelock with 6. Cole Corey has 6. Joe Clark has 3. Joshua Dietrich with 2. For the Spencer Tigers, Carter Petzenhauser has 14. Owen Olsen with 3. Riley DeWitt 3. Evan Johnson 6. Landon Ellis with 2 points. Riley DeWitt in the backcourt for Spencer, finds Owen Olson. Owen crosses the timeline, now holds the basketball in the front court, gets a ball screen from Evan Johnson to Carter Petzenhauser on the right wing. Carter steps back, gets into the lane, hangs, lays it in as he's fouled, and Carter will go to the free throw line for a chance at the three-point play. Mentioned it a couple of games ago, but I think that's maybe what Carter does better than anybody is navigate traffic in the lane. I don't know how he does it. On the dribble, in the air, around the rim. At the free throw line now for his 6th free throw of the game. The shot is on the way, and it's good. Carter now 3 for 6 at the line, has 17 points, and the game is tied 31-31. Cole Corey, 3 on the way for Eli Wheelock. No good, as a little bit of a heat check from Wheelock. Carter Petzenhauser, the rebound, races across the timeline. Now Riley DeWitt on the left wing. Riley picks up his dribble, back to Carter. Carter draws 3 purple jerseys around him, and the Titans take it away. Now running the floor with it is Cole Corey, and he loses the basketball. Carter Petzenhauser makes the catch, and then Eli Wheelock goes for the steal and is called for the reach-in foul. Spencer Tigers have taken much better care of the basketball here in the second half. Just 1 turnover so far in the third quarter after 8 in the first half. Riley DeWitt crossing the timeline with the basketball, picks up his dribble. Now to Landon Ellis on the right side of the floor. Carter Petzenhauser on the catch, draws 2 defenders immediately. To Landon Ellis back up top, playing with 3 fouls. Landon gets to the left elbow to Riley DeWitt on the left wing. Owen Olson in the corner, had the ball poked away by Cole Corey, and the Tigers turn it over for the 10th time in the game. Now Cole Corey in transition, hangs in the air. The scoop wraparound layup is no good, and the Tigers have numbers. Riley DeWitt running the floor to Owen Olson. Back to Evan Johnson, tries the runner at the rim, no good. Rebounded by South Central Calhoun. Cole Corey, the outlet pass up ahead to Corey. Now he slows it down and brings it out beyond the three-point line with 1:40 left to play in the third. Eli Wheelock open for 3, and he makes the three-pointer. The Tigers need to find number 13, his third 3 of the quarter, and it's 34-31, South Central Calhoun. Eli Wheelock, a 43% three-point shooter on the season, and the Spencer Tigers have had trouble losing him in this third quarter. Spencer gets the ball in the lane, and a foul called against the Titans. It's going to be on Eli Wheelock, and it will be his 2nd personal. 5th team foul on the Titans, matching the 5 team fouls for the Spencer Tigers. Spencer inbounds the basketball to Owen Olson. Now over the top to Riley DeWitt. Fakes the three-pointer, dribbles to the right elbow. Back to Carter Petzenhauser, 2 defenders with him immediately. Landon Ellis to Devin Dirks. Now Owen Olson, corner 3. Good for Owen Olson. His 2nd made 3 of the day. And it's 34-34. 1:04 left to play in the third quarter. Cole Corey on the dribble at the top of the arc. Brennan Holder posting up inside. Makes the catch and then hits the slight fadeaway. Tough finish there by Brennan Holder, who continues to have a really good game. He's up to 16 points now to lead the South Central Calhoun Titans. Push called against South Central Calhoun's Eli Wheelock, trying to deal with Carter Petzenhauser, and that will be the 3rd on Wheelock. Make that, yes, it is the 3rd on Wheelock, which could be a very good thing for Spencer, and as I say that, he checks out of the game. Coming back into the game is Joshua Dietrich, who picked up his 3rd earlier this quarter. Spencer Tigers get the ball into Riley DeWitt. Riley penetrates in the lane. Back out to Carter. He'll line up the three-pointer. Short off the front rim. Owen Olson goes way up to get the rebound, and then he's fouled on the arm. 6th team foul on South Central Calhoun. Make that the 7th team foul on South Central Calhoun. And the foul is called on Joe Clark, and that will be his 4th personal. So Owen Olson will go to the free throw line for the front end of a 1-and-1. Into the game for the first time today for South Central Calhoun, the 6-foot freshman Gavin Batta. Free throw up for Owen Olson, and it's no good, too strong. South Central Calhoun controls the rebound with 30 seconds left to play third quarter, and the Titans leading by 2 points, 36-34. Cole Corey to Tawan Sanders. Sanders has only attempted one shot today so far. Here's Gavin Batta to Brennan Holder for a deep three-pointer. That's no good. Rebounded by Landon Ellis, who pushes it ahead with 10 seconds left in the third. Owen Olson to the rim, lays it in, and he's fouled. I don't know how Owen got that to fall, but he did. Flies out of bounds as he's fouled. And now Owen Olson will go to the free throw line for the chance at the three-point play. Free throw is up and good for Owen Olson. Tawan Sanders crosses the timeline and finds Cole Corey. Now Cole Corey, just before the buzzer, gets it away in time, but it will not fall on the three-point attempt. And after three, Spencer holds on to a 1-point lead, 37-36 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. Safety is our #1 priority for our employees and the entire community. We assist in safely locating underground utilities when businesses and homeowners have simple projects to complete. Providing safe, reliable services is what we do. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
Hey Dad, how do you not crash in the snow and ice?
Well, you have to be familiar with your vehicle, be prepared for it, and you might have to allow a little extra time because you're going to have to slow down.
What else do you do?
Watch out for snowplows, minimize your distractions, like not using your cell phone, and then always wear your seatbelt.
How do you know all that stuff, Dad?
Well, it's my job to make sure everybody gets to where they're going safely.
Our family protecting yours.
(37-36), the Spencer Tigers lead by 1 as we begin the fourth quarter at the Fieldhouse in Spencer. The Tigers in that third quarter just 3 of 12 from the floor and 1 of 6 from three-point range. South Central Calhoun was 4 of 11 and 3 of 8 from 3. Spencer went 3 of 5 at the free throw line in the third. So we begin the fourth quarter with Spencer holding the basketball in the front court. Riley DeWitt on the dribble. Carter Petzenhauser now in the corner for Devin Dirks. Back up top with Riley DeWitt. Landon Ellis and Ethan Hyder, the 4th and 5th players on the floor for Spencer. Landon Ellis elevates, gets to the rim, and lays it in from the left side. Tough adjustment in the air by Landon, and he gets it to drop in. And now the Tigers looking to get a stop on the defensive end, leading by 3. Cole Corey on the dribble to Eli Wheelock, who's back into the game with 3 fouls. Hit 3 3-pointers in that third quarter. Into the post for Joshua Dietrich. Tigers try to dig it out, get the ball loose, but a reach-in foul will be called against the Spencer Tigers. See who the foul is on. It's on Landon Ellis, and that will be his 4th. So just as Landon gets the basket to go at the Tigers' offensive end, called for the foul at the defensive end, and has to come out of the game. Cole Corey inbounds the basketball. Now Tawan Sanders into the post for Dietrich. Back to Tawan Sanders, who finds Cole Corey on the left wing. Corey to Tawan Sanders in the opposite corner. His 3 is good. Just the second shot attempt of the game for Tawan Sanders, and he makes the 3. 39-39 the score. 1 minute gone in the fourth quarter. Spencer with the basketball. Devin Dirks in the corner. Drives baseline. Kicks out to Riley DeWitt. Riley backs out. Now attacks to Ethan Hyder. Now Owen Olson. Carter Petzenhauser in the corner for Riley DeWitt. To Devin Dirks on the left side. Carter comes to get it. Throws it over the top. Tough pass to Owen, and he's crashed into by Cole Corey, who picks up the foul. For Cole Corey, that will be a 3rd personal foul. And now 3 very important, make that 4 very important players for South Central Calhoun with at least 3 fouls. Owen Olson goes to the free throw line for the front end of a 1-and-1, as that's the 9th team foul on the Titans. And Owen misses the front end free throw. Eli Wheelock with the basketball, pushes the tempo. Owen goes for the steal and gets it, and then saves it from going out of bounds somehow to Ethan Hyder. Owen Olson again to Devin Dirks, fakes the corner 3. Now Riley DeWitt to Carter Petzenhauser. Owen calls for it, open 3, no good. Rebound tipped up and in by Carter Petzenhauser with his offhand. I don't know how Carter got that to fall through, but he and Ethan Hyder both went up and just tried to tip it back in, and Carter got it to go with the left hand. Brendan Holder, the spin and the attempted finish, no good from the right side, and a foul called on Joshua Dietrich. That will be his 4th. Foul on Dietrich on the hold as he was trying to fight for the rebound. He picks up his 4th foul, and the Titans' 2nd leading scorer on the season has his 4th. He averages 14 points per game, but he's been in foul trouble today and has just 2. At the free throw line is Owen Olson, who's missed 2 front ends of the 1-and-1, and now misses here as he shakes his head in frustration. Owen, a 59% free throw shooter, lines up his 2nd, and the shot is good. So Olson hits 1 of 2. Spencer leads 42-39 as Ethan Hyder checks out of the game for the Spencer Tigers. South Central Calhoun inbounds the basketball to Cole Corey with 5:53 left to play in the 4th quarter. Right side of the floor with it is Eli Wheelock. Cole Corey throws it back up top, and Tawan Sanders just saves it from going into the backcourt as Brendan Holder was not looking for the pass. And now Tawan Sanders called for a travel as he went to make the pass at the last moment, shuffled his feet, and the Titans turn it over for the 5th time in the game. A timeout taken, 5:31 left to play in the 4th quarter. Spencer 42, South Central Calhoun 39 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
The Spencer Channel 3 is online. Check it out. With Channel 3 Online, you can watch community and school programming, original shows, local cultural events on demand right from your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Access to Channel 3 Online comes free with your SMU cable subscription. Get started with Channel 3 Online today. Visit smunet.net for a direct link. Your favorite local programs are only a click away.
.531 left to play at the Fieldhouse in Spencer. The Spencer Tigers lead the South Central Calhoun Titans 42-39. South Central Calhoun 14-3 on the season out of the Twin Lakes Conference. And the Spencer Tigers with a 3-point lead. 5:31 left to go. Carter Petzenhauser will inbound the basketball for Spencer. South Central Calhoun dealing with some foul problems now. Several players with at least 3. Riley DeWitt has it for Spencer. Landon Ellis, the lone Tiger, in foul trouble at the moment with 4 fouls. He is on the bench currently. Owen Olson to Carter Petzenhauser in the middle of the floor. Carter dribbles between his legs, finds Riley DeWitt. Riley gets inside, dribbles all the way underneath the basket, Steve Nash style, over to Devin Dirks in the opposite corner. Now Owen Olson crosses over at the free throw line to Carter Petzenhauser. Carter backs it out to Riley. Riley with his head up, crosses over down the left side of the lane, gets inside, lays it in. South Central Calhoun was not expecting Riley DeWitt to look for a shot, and so when they gave him the option, he took it. Cole Corey with the basketball. Titans trail by 5. 44-39 Spencer Tigers. Brennan Holder holding the basketball. Inside to Dietrich, and he threw it away on the touch pass. Joe Clark had already left the area. Dietrich was trying to find him. And the Spencer Tigers have it now with Owen Olson to Riley DeWitt. Now Carter Petzenhauser back to Owen Olson. 4:14 left to play. Tigers lead by 5, 44-39. Riley DeWitt inside, got into a dead end, passed it out to Evan Johnson, and now a reach-in foul called on the Titans. And Spencer is in the double bonus, so Evan Johnson, EJ, gonna go to the free throw line for 2. Evan has only attempted 7 free throws all year. Steps up to the line for his 8th and 9th of the season. And the first free throw is no good. Evan, an 86% free throw shooter. Dials in his second foul shot, and it's no good, too strong. Spencer with some free throw issues here today. 44-39, Tigers lead by 5. Joe Clark on the left wing, picks up his dribble, finds Eli Wheelock, who's being guarded by Spencer's Owen Olson. Inside to Dietrich, trying to go to work against Ethan Hyder, and gets the right-handed hook shot to drop in over the top of Ethan. Nice finish for Dietrich, just his second basket today. He has 4. Carter, open lane to the basket, takes it and lays it in. Everything opened up for Carter, and all of a sudden he had a free runway to the rim. 46-41, Spencer Tigers. Dietrich, the touch at the elbow. Now Joe Clark. Out to Brennan Holder, who's been quiet lately, and he's called for the travel as he tries to get around Riley DeWitt. Turnover number 7 for South Central Calhoun. Brennan Holder, I mentioned that he's been a little bit quiet lately. In fact, he's been quiet in the second half. He had 14 at halftime, just 2 in the second half after the Tigers switched things up a bit, put Carter Petzenhauser on him more. And with 3:19 left to play, Spencer 46, South Central Calhoun 41, a timeout taken here on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
The American Red Cross urgently needs blood and platelet donations and asks donors to schedule an appointment to give now. Every 2 seconds, someone in the United States needs blood. Your blood donation is critical and can help save lives. Please, schedule an appointment today. Download the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS today. You can make a difference.
3:19 left to play in the fourth quarter at the Fieldhouse in Spencer. The Spencer Tigers lead the visiting South Central Calhoun Titans 46-41. Spencer huddling up on the bench, and Carter Petzenhauser, Owen Olson, Riley DeWitt, Evan Johnson, and Landon Ellis come into the game. Landon playing with 4 fouls. Gets the trust of Coach Petzenhauser for this final 3:19. Do have to say Landon's had some bad luck on some of those fouls this afternoon. He's on the dribble now near midcourt. He passes to Riley DeWitt in the front court. These late game situations have been area where the Tigers have excelled at times, but we've also seen Spencer make some mistakes in these situations. We'll see how the Tigers try and close things out here today, leading by 5. 3 minutes left to play. Carter Petzenhauser has a lane and takes it, and then kicks it back out to Riley DeWitt. Now to Landon Ellis, who comes to get it from him at midcourt. Landon down the lane, leaves it inside for Owen, who finishes from the left side. The assist from Landon Ellis, who drew the defender. And now the Titans throw it away as they try to go quickly up the floor with the outlet pass. And it's too long for Joshua Dietrich to track down, and goes out of bounds. So the Titans, who had just 3 turnovers at halftime, have turned it over 5 times here. Or excuse me, the Titans had just 1 turnover at halftime, have turned it over 7 times in the second half now. Landon Ellis turns up the pace as he crosses the timeline. Tigers lead 48-41, 2:30 left to play. Carter Petzenhauser drawing the defender Eli Wheelock. Spins away from trouble and finds Riley DeWitt. Now Riley DeWitt guarded by Brennan Holder. Riley gets into the paint, Passes to Devin Dirks, but there was a foul on the push beforehand. And Riley DeWitt going to the free throw line now with the Tigers in the double bonus. And Riley will have 2 free throws. Ethan Heider about to check into the game, and Coach Petzenhauser gives him the instructions, which I know what they were because he demonstrated them. He would put his arms straight up in the air, and he said to Ethan, make sure you stay straight up and down when you're defending inside. Riley's first free throw good. His second free throw also good. 50-41, 2:14 left to play. Spencer Tigers leading by 9. Joshua Dietrich inside. Ethan Heider does stay straight up and down, and Dietrich misses the lay-in from the left side. Good defending by Ethan, just made himself big. Exactly what he needs to do in that situation, and now a reach-in foul called. That's going to send Carter Petzenhauser to the free throw line. And already walking over to the bench is Cole Corey, so I'm assuming it was on him, and that will be foul number 5 on the point guard for the Titans, who had a rough shooting day today. 6 points for Cole Corey, but on just 2 of 9 shooting, or make that, yes, 2 of 9 for Cole Corey today, and 0 for 2 at the free throw line. He fouls out of the game with 6 points. So now it's Carter Petzenhauser's chance at the free throw line for 2 shots. Spencer has not been great at the line today, but Carter hits the front end of the 2-shot foul. Spencer has now opened up its largest lead of the day, a 10-point lead, 51-41, with just under 2 minutes left to play. Second free throw for Carter Petzenhauser on the way, and good. He makes both, and the Tiger lead is 11. Joe Clark on the dribble at midcourt to Brennan Holder, who was outstanding in the first half, cooled off in the second half. Spins around, tries the fadeaway, and it's good from just inside the free throw line. Brennan Holder now with 18 to lead the Titans. Owen Olsen, 1:40 left to play. To Landon Ellis. Tigers lead 52-43. And a foul called against the Titans right as Landon Ellis made the pass. Brennan Holder's momentum carried him into Landon, and it spun Landon around. And really, if Brennan Holder runs into just about anybody, he's going to spin him around. Maybe not Ethan Heider, but just about anybody else. First free throw, no good for Landon Ellis. Landon lines up the second free throw, and it's good. 1:30 left to play. Spencer 53, South Central Calhoun 43. Joshua Dietrich gets inside, misses, gets his own rebound, and then is fouled by the Spencer Tigers surrounding him, and he will go to the free throw line. Foul is going to be a foul on the floor, so it's a 1-and-1 situation for Dietrich. Missed the shot, and as he grabs the rebound on the ground, he is fouled, and now has the 1-and-1. Ethan Heider comes out of the game. Devin Dirks back in. And Joshua Dietrich at the line. Free throw is up. No good off the front iron. And a strong rebound by Tawan Sanders inside, and then he is fouled. So now it's Tawan Sanders at the line for a 1-and-1. He has not attempted a free throw tonight. 46% free throw shooter, and a whistle as the shot goes, and a lane violation against the Titans is the call. So no free throw. It will be Spencer basketball. Titans having a frustrating second half, it has to be said for sure. Inbounds pass to Carter Petzenhauser, and he is fouled quickly as the Titans tried to surround him with Gavin Batta and also Tyler Leitner. Leitner coming into the game here later on with several Titans in foul trouble, including Cole Corey, who had to go to the bench with his 5th foul. Carter Petzenhauser to the line for 2. Free throw is up, and it is in and out, no good. So the 2 real negatives in this one for Spencer would be at the free throw line and the first half turnovers. The Tigers have taken great care of the ball in the second half. Second free throw, no good. As Carter holds his hands out to his side, kind of like, what in the world? 53-43, Tigers lead by 10. 1:15 left to play. South Central Calhoun with the ball. Tawan Sanders attacks the paint. Passes to Dietrich. He clears out the space and lays it in as the Tigers did not want to contest and foul. 1:03 left to play. Spencer gets the ball into Carter Petzenhauser, and Carter will go back to the free throw line as he slams the ball down in disgust, still mad that he missed the last two. So Riley DeWitt and Landon Ellis notice that. They come in and give him a pep talk. I've mentioned it before, but Landon always has a conversation going with just about everybody on the floor. Free throw is up for Carter, and it rattles home. I don't know if Landon Ellis knows everybody ahead of time or if he starts these conversations mid-game. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll have to ask Coach at post-game show. Carter Petzenhauser's second free throw is up, and it's no good. Carter just kind of shakes his head, and I think he's resigned to the fact that it might be one of those days at the line for the Tigers. Deep three-pointer for Brennan Holder, no good. Carter Petzenhauser the rebound. To Devin Dirks, didn't have a path to the basket, he backs it back out, and then he's fouled, and Coach Petzenhauser gives him a round of applause because he did not try to force the issue and go inside when he didn't have a chance to get to the rim. And now Devin, wearing his mask to protect his broken nose from earlier this season, steps to the line, and his free throw won't go. .49 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Spencer leads 54-45 with Devin Dirks at the free throw line for a second foul shot. The free throw is good as Devin makes one of two, and it's 55-45 Spencer Tigers. South Central Calhoun running out of time with 40 seconds left to play. Tawan Sanders. Deep three-pointer is up for Tyler Leitner, no good. And as Spencer gets the rebound, Landon Ellis is fouled. So now Landon will go to the free throw line. And you start to think back about how this week started. Spencer was on the road at Algona. Tigers thought, you know what? We match up well with this team. Or we match up with this team well enough to win on the road, you would think. Algona wins the game 75-47. And after that start to the week, you kind of thought, uh-oh, some tough games coming up for the Tigers in the next few days. Spencer goes off to beat Denison Schleswig 57-51. Cherokee 64-53 last night, and now leading by 11 here late as Landon Ellis makes one of two rather, against a very good South Central Calhoun team. Tawan Sanders misses the shot at the rim for South Central Calhoun. The ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Spencer, and now the Tigers will make a 5-player substitution. Davis Hogue, Evan Johnson, Jimmy Slattery, Derek Huss, and Campbell Wessels coming into the game. South Central Calhoun trying to inbound the basketball. Jimmy Slattery goes for the steal. Couldn't keep his feet in bounds, and the Titans will have to inbound it again. Tawan Sanders passes into Brennan Holder. He steps back, finds the three-point range, and buries the three. Brennan Holder with his third made three of the day now has 21 points. Spencer in the backcourt with Derek Huss, 11 seconds left to play. Evan Johnson picks up his dribble, throws it long, looking for Jimmy Slattery, intercepted. Three on the way for Eli Wheelock. Around the rim and out, no good. Tawan Sanders tries the fadeaway, that won't go. And the Spencer Tigers earn an impressive win over a very good South Central Calhoun team as the Tigers pick up the victory 56-48. With the win, Spencer improves to 11-6 on the season. South Central Calhoun, just its fourth loss of the season, falls to 14-4. The Tiger postgame show is next. Our final score, Spencer 56, South Central Calhoun 48 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240. KICD.
The price of gold is at an all-time high.
It's $500 more per ounce than last year.
And so is the risk of mining it.
Get that rope! I can't hold it! 3, 2, 1!
Gold Rush Whitewater, new Fridays at 9 on Discovery.
Watch this channel and many others anytime, anywhere with Watch TV Everywhere with SMU Cable. Learn more at smunet.net or watchtveverywhere.com.
Hey, movie fans, it's Deb here, reminding you to watch our show, The Movie Show, where we talk about our favorite movies, show exclusive deleted scenes, and so much more. What are you doing?
Just a little redecorating, Deb.
All right, Gary, do we have any bigger plants back there?
The Movie Show. New episodes Thursdays on Sci-Fi.
Watch your favorite channel anytime, anywhere with Watch TV Everywhere on SMU Cable. Learn more at smunet.net or watchtveverywhere.com.
Mom, how do people working on the road stay safe?
Well, people working on the roads can stay safe if drivers pay attention to work zones, obey the posted speed limit, and never speed, and get rid of distractions like their cell phones.
Mom, how are you so smart?
This is our community, and it's important for all of us to be safe.
Our family, protecting yours. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Transportation.
Wait till you see this.
Get the Food Network Go app and stream all your favorite Food Network shows anytime, anywhere.
All right, let's get to it already.
Just log in with your TV provider to stream live TV.
Ah, it's so much fun.
Love it. Stream complete seasons of the shows you love.
Just gorgeous.
Catch up on episodes you missed.
This is the best episode ever.
And watch new episodes the same time they air on TV.
Who's ready for a feast?
Treat yourself to more helpings of Food Network.
That's what I'm talking about.
Get the Food Network Go app.
Big pots are made for one thing, but look and you know what I mean. When fruit goes in, sparks begin, and some pot's gonna get smashed, then crashed, then trashed. There's nowhere to hide from a flamethrower blast. Can't look away when these robots attack. 'Cause Pots is back.
Watch your favorite channel anytime, anywhere with Watch TV Everywhere on SMU Cable. Learn more at smunet.net or watchtveverywhere.com.
It's the end of the day, and you just realized that you didn't stop at Spencer Municipal Utilities to pay your utility bill. Sign up for SMU's bank payment plan and start paying your bill the easy way. Stop by our customer service center or find the form on smunet.net.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer. She's on the honor roll. She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. Yeah, I get it.
Final score from the Fieldhouse in Spencer. The Spencer Tiger boys earn a 56-48 win over the visiting South Central Calhoun Titans. Spencer with a really nice win here today, improving to 11-6 overall. South Central Calhoun now 14-4. Spencer in the first half shot 10 of 23, 43% from the floor, 6 of 14 from 3. Second half, Spencer goes 7 of 17 from the floor, 1 of 6 from 3. And for the game, 17 of 40, 43%, 7 of 20 from three-point range, 35%. The Tigers had 10 turnovers here today. And at the free throw line, that was the big negative for the Tigers here today. 13 of 27 at the line for Spencer, 48%. But the Spencer Tigers were able to overcome those free throw issues. South Central Calhoun would shoot 39% for the game, 18 of 46, 9 of 27 from 3, 33%. And the Titans just 2 of 6 at the free throw line. 8 turnovers for South Central Calhoun after just 1 in the first half, 7 second half turnovers for the Titans. Spencer outscored South Central Calhoun 16-14 in the first quarter. Second quarter was 11-11. Spencer led by 2 at the halftime break. Third quarter, the Titans outscored the Tigers 11-10. And in the fourth quarter, Spencer outscores South Central Calhoun 19-12 to earn the victory 56-48. When we come back, we'll look at our individual scoring stats. We'll be joined by Coach Petzenhauser on the postgame show. Again, our final score, Spencer 56, South Central Calhoun 48 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240, KICD.
The Spencer Fine Art Boosters, or FAB, was established in July 2015 to provide encouragement and funding to the Spencer Community School Fine Arts Department for the enrichment of students. Our mission is to strengthen the substance and quality of the fine arts and assure Spencer students the opportunity to develop their creative skills, to exercise their talents.
FAB supports all the fine arts, including band, choir, debate, drama, mock trial, speech, and visual arts, all under one umbrella by raising money to fund programs and items that are not provided within school and activity budgets. All donated funds are used to directly benefit the students of these programs.
In the past, FAB has been able to help purchase new marching band uniforms and color guard supplies, the Sinfonia Orchestra Enhancement System for the fall musical, supplies for the speech, drama, and mock trial programs, along with various scholarships.
Become a member by donating as little as $25 a year and learn more about the Spencer Fine Arts Boosters by following us on social media at facebook.com/Spencer Fine Arts Boosters.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. Supporting local community events you attend throughout the year or sponsoring an event your child participates in. Improving infrastructure throughout the community of Spencer for current and future residents, while providing services you can count on to make Spencer shine. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Final score at the Fieldhouse in Spencer, and the Spencer Tigers defeat the South Central Calhoun Titans by a score of 56-48. The leading scorer for the Spencer Tigers this evening, Carter Petzenhauser, finished with 22 points, 12 points for Owen Olson, who continues to ramp things up offensively as the season winds down, 7 points for Riley DeWitt, 6 points apiece for Evan Johnson and Landon Ellis, and 1 point at the free throw line for Devin Dirks. For the South Central Calhoun Titans, 21 points for Brennan Holder to lead the way, 9 points for Eli Wheelock, all 9 of those points coming in the third quarter on 3 made threes. 6 points for Joshua Dietrich, who was held in check today, got into some foul trouble, and the Spencer Tigers were able to frustrate him, but Dietrich averages 14 per game. He finishes with 6. Cole Corey, the point guard for the Titans, held to 6 points as well, which is 8 points under his season average, and 3 points apiece for Tawan Sanders and Joe Clark. With the win, Spencer now 11-6 on the season. South Central Calhoun is 14-4. Looking at the upcoming schedule for Spencer, not too many regular season games left for the Tigers. Big ones on Tuesday night for both Tiger teams, as Spencer will play its final Lakes Conference doubleheader of the season. And I just saw Coach Martindale walk by me here, so he was here tonight doing some scouting of the Tigers. And what did Coach Stevenson say? They have not played for a week. They've been getting ready to play the Tigers on Tuesday night for a week. And so it will be Spencer facing Esterville Lincoln Central on Tuesday night in that Lakes Conference doubleheader. Then next Thursday, Spencer goes to Sioux City North for a non-conference doubleheader. And on Monday the 15th, Spencer boys will go to Sioux City West to face the Wolverines in a boys game only. I'm joined now on the post-game show by the head coach of the Spencer Tiger boys, Coach Corey Petzenhauser. And Coach Petz, the Tigers get the win here today, 56-48 over a team that came in with a record of 14-3. We knew this was a good team. What did the Tigers do here today to keep the Titans in check and earn a really impressive win?
I think we defended and rebounded as well as we've done all year long. I mean, this team averages 70 a night, and to hold them under 50, they normally have got, I think, 3 guys in double figures, and I think they've got a 4th guy that's pretty close. And, really they let, we let 32 get loose in the first half. You had a big first half, but
that was my question. How much of this game changed on when you started to put Carter on him a little bit more defensively?
Yeah. We really thought that Corey was kind of their engine. So we wanted to make sure that we kept him in check early, and then once we kind of were forced to make a change, then Carter did a nice job defensively of just using his length. I mean, that's one of the things that I think that's underappreciated about the way Carter defends is that he's quick enough to keep guys in front, but he's long enough that it's difficult to shoot over him. So, really proud of the effort our guys gave in the second half. I mean, we just really locked in, and like I said, to hold them to basically 24 in the second or 23, whatever it was outstanding effort.
4th game of the week for Spencer, and you think back to how this week started for the Tigers on Monday night at Algona, and the Bulldogs able to get a 75-47 win, and we didn't have a chance to talk after that one, but we were kind of thinking, this could be a very difficult week for the Tigers if things don't change after tonight. And man, did the Tigers turn things around, go on to beat Denison Schleswig by 6, beat a good Cherokee team by 11, and then to win here today against a very good South Central Calhoun team by 8. What does that say about this Tiger team?
Well, I think it just shows their toughness and their togetherness. And the thing about it is that we only had 1 day of practice this week. We practice for about.
Careful, the guys might mention that to you that was a reason for that.
Yeah. But we had 75 minutes of practice on Wednesday night because of church, and then with the weather, we weren't able to practice at all on Thursday. So, our prep for today was, our 45-minute shoot around this morning, and I think we really talked after the game Monday night about how on nights when your offense is not going, you've got to be able to stay within striking distance with your defense. And if you look at the way that we defended this week, I think we gave up an average of 51 points a game. For the 3 games that we won this week, and that's about, I think, 7 or 8 underneath our season average. So if we can really get locked in on the defensive end and have that kind of effort defensively and rebounding the basketball, we're gonna score the ball on our end. I mean, we got too many guys that can shoot the basketball and break guys down for us not to put the ball in the basket. So I'm confident in that. We just got to continue to make sure we're working and improving defensively.
And also this week, the Tigers have been without Evan Schmidt. He's been unavailable this week. Are we looking at one more game where Evan will have to sit out, so it's the Esterville-Lincoln Central game?
Yes. So he'll be out again Tuesday night, and then he'll be back and ready to go next week, Thursday when we go down to North. And we've had some guys step up in his absence that have been just fantastic. I mean, Ethan Hyder's gotten better every game this week, and
he started to become a difference maker in games too.
Yes. With the way that he's able to defend in the post with his size and his strength and rebounding, and we've inserted Riley into the starting lineup, and I think he's handled that fantastically. And it's changed our rotations a little bit. And you would think when you lose a starter for a few games that it would actually affect your rotation. Maybe you're trying to play more guys. We've actually kind of shortened our rotation here a little bit this week. And that generally happens when you get towards the end of the season and you start getting into the postseason play. We've been playing 10 pretty consistently, and we've kind of shrunk that down here as we get towards the end. So now it's really important for our guys to be clicking on all cylinders as we head into postseason in a couple of weeks.
Well, the Tigers had it clicking today. They earned the 8-point win. Congratulations, Coach, on a very nice victory, and we'll talk to you before that matchup against the Midgets on Tuesday.
Okay, thank you, Mark.
Spencer will host the ELC Midgets on Tuesday night. Join us for that game. Regular start time for the girls' game of 6:15 with the boys' game to follow here on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD. For Brian Schmidt back at the KICD studios, I'm Mark Magnuson. You've been listening to Tiger Basketball on KICD Radio.